the K&K Sports Show. Are you looking for sports knowledge?
I always liked on-base percentage. I was a big on-base percentage guy. Because there were some kids you would look out and go, damn, that kid is always on base.
Passion.
Weapons, weapons, weapons. How excited. I'm fired up for that.
Accountability.
Hello, my fellow ladies and gents. It's ye old fraud slayer back with yet another fraud slay.
Loyalty.
One all-around basketball player, rebounding, assists, everything. I'm taking LeBron James.
Strategy.
We go legit sleeper guys, but I think Kyler Murray's going to have a ridiculous year this year.
Mixed with laughter. While keeping it real.
Well, I did because I'm one of the only one that's realistic. He stinks.
The K&K Sports Show starts now.
We are live Wednesday night, August, I think it's the 19th, 2020. What's up, gentlemen? Mr. Petro, how are you tonight, my friend?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's going on? Mr. Sickinger, a little technical difficulties, but you battled back strong.
Nice. Loving Petro's shirt tonight.
Yes, we're going to get into that in a little bit.
El Nino is Spanish for the Nino. I don't know if you guys know that.
It didn't come with no sleeves?
No, but I'm gonna unbutton this one button in honor of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Look like Luke Voigt.
I like that. That was good.
We got our first comment tonight. Jimmy Eiserman saying, "What's up, guys?" Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick. I don't know if he's a mugger or a robber or he's getting ready for the Yankee playoffs.
I'll get to that in a second, but I'm in a great mood. My apartment's almost done from the flood disaster last week, so I'm going to be back.
Did they fix the Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi is
Petro, we won't know that until 9/15, Petro.
No, already having issues with the Wi-Fi.
But it'll be when it's his segment. That's when we'll know for sure.
That's how it goes.
I feel like every third word Godzilla movie.
Exactly. Another thing I wanted to mention real quick, guys. Happy anniversary to our very own Kurt Valenti and Jenny Hoops. We all know Jen Valenti.
Thank you.
Second anniversary.
Wait a minute.
Love your new sign there, Kurt.
Thank you.
Okay, K Sports Show sign. Well, yeah, the mask I'm wearing, guys, I'm going to do a little surprise giveaway right off the bat. A lady I work with at the hospital is making NFL and MLB masks. I'm going to give away an MLB and an NFL to the first listener. It's going to be a speed question. Whoever can type in the correct answer first, get your choice of an NFL and MLB, 2 masks. Lady's name is Tessa Young. If you want an order of some, let me know. I'll get you some made. The quick trivia question I have is going to be in MLB and NFL, how many teams use a bird as a mascot? In NFL and Major League Baseball, total number from both sports. First correct answer will get their choice of NFL and Major League.
Hey, did you do your fact checking?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. That's the thing. He might have a number and it's probably wrong.
I did.
So,
Well, now I'm going to take the mask off, but there's a look at it. Yankees one I'm wearing. So whatever you guys want.
Eddie, when you have the mask down like that, every bank in the Maryland area is like probably looking for you.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Eiserman saying happy anniversary, Kurt. Thank you, Jimmy. And Mr. Dale, Mr. Sickinger, what's up, Mr. Sick? Our guy Dale is checking in.
Dale Panulo.
Dale Panulo is checking in, another Kansas City fan. He said he's wound up. He's going to get his son wound up. He said he might even want to come on Zoom with us. If that happens, who knows what happens to the show? What happens?
You know what? He's probably in between sets right now. Curls,
I know,
chest.
yes.
You know what? Puts the weights down, texts up. What's up, Dale? Go Chiefs, baby.
That's it. All right, Petro, hit up, because I got a surprise for all you guys, and we're going to get into this. But, Petro, give us what you have for the interactive question for tonight.
Okay, so I was watching. I caught a video of like a clip of the movie Dodgeball the other day, and it had me thinking, if I could build the ultimate like athlete dodgeball team, who would I pick? And I started like thinking through it. So I want everybody to pick your starting lineup of 6 ultimate dodgeball team. It could be any athletes. Let's say current athletes. So any current athletes, build your ultimate dodgeball team of 6 people.
Okay.
My team's pretty good.
I like it. We're gonna do that. Our panel is gonna pick at 9:00. All right, 9:00.
I don't want to hear that LeBron James is the greatest dodgeball player of all time.
He's not. He's too tall. I didn't pick tall guys. He's too tall. Way too big of a target.
It's going to be interesting to see our teams, though. It's going to be interesting. By the way, it's not Dale. It's Dale Jr., Jim. That's commenting right now.
There we go.
So
all the Panulo men.
All right, here's what we're going to do throughout the night real quick. And I didn't tell you guys, but this is from another one of our guys in the Kearney School District, Mr. Elsmore. Gave me a list. And, Jim, this is something that you
Wait a minute. Which Mr. Elsmore? There's 2.
Bobby Elsmore.
Bobby and Alan.
Bobby.
All right, Bobby.
We haven't got Alan not watching us yet. We're going to get that next. But here's what we're going to do. And we're going to do this for the audience, and we're also going to do this for you 3 guys, okay? Remember when you were given 8 birds, Jimmy Eisenman said 8 birds. Kenny?
Jimmy gets it. Jimmy, I know you want Giants, but what's going to be your baseball team? Just on the air, or give it to Kurt.
Okay.
I'll get them to you by the end of next week.
Okay.
I'll send them up to Kurt. Congratulations.
All right. Congrats, Eisner. Okay, here's what we're going to do for the audience. This is going to be, I'm not even going to announce this now. We're going to come up with a special prize. By the way, if Mark chimes in, I did get Mark's frames. So it only took me 2 months, but I did get the frames from Mark. But here's what we're going to do. And this is something that Jim, you kind of did a while ago with the numbers. Remember we did this with pick the numbers. Okay, so Bobby Elsmore gave me a list where he found something online, like it was like a consensus list, and we're gonna pick. I'm gonna go number throughout the night. Like we're gonna start with number 1, but you, Petro, and Kenny are gonna get 1 shot each to match the number that I have.
You're in the board office today. That's right.
Yep, we're in the board office. So we were working.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
Diligently.
But here's what we'll do. So, Petro, you go first. So, you guys get 1 shot. If you match the number, if you match the 2 guys that have this number, you are going to nominate somebody. It could be anybody. Daughters, girlfriends, anybody, friends. And they're going to be they're going to be part of this winning thing that's going to be part of this grand prize for next week. Also, we're going to take the first person in the audience who gets the number right, who gets the 2 guys, and we're going to go throughout the show. So I'm going to do it every 10, 15 minutes. So right now, I want 2 out. You guys got 1 shot each. You got to give 2 names. We'll go Petro, Jim, Kenny, and then the audience can go all night. On this list of the best athletes to wear number 1, who are the 2 guys? Again, it's not your best 2. It's a consensus list, so it's going to be hard.
Wow, that's tough.
Now, if you guys want me to do this, I can give you the sport of each guy. Would you guys rather me do that?
I got 1 guy.
Petro, what do you think? Is it fair enough if I give you? Is it fair? You think it's too easy if I give you the sport, or it's going to be too hard if I don't?
I think we could get it, Kurt.
I think maybe if the first 2 people guess it wrong, maybe then throw in the
sport.
A sport. But I think I have 1.
I think I got 1. I think I got 1.
Well, here's the deal. It's real quick for you guys. I'm not going to say if you're right or wrong. Kenny, like Petro's going to give me his, Jim gives me his, Kenny, you'll give me yours. And if all 3 of you guys get it, then you guys pick a person, and those 3 people are going to be in this grand prize. And then we'll go to the audience. So
all right, I got 1.
But it's got to be both. It's got to be both.
Warren Moon.
That's who I had.
Okay.
Yep, I agree with Jim on that.
Okay.
You guys think Billy Martin? That's the only other guy I can think
of. Oscar Robertson wore number 1.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson wore number 1.
So this is open already to the audience. The 2 athletes who wore number 1.
It's going to be all soccer players.
Nope, it's not a sock. That's what I could tell you. Okay, so Petro, give me your 2 guys.
I'm going to say Oscar Robertson and Ozzie Smith.
Okay.
Ozzie Smith wore number 1, I believe.
Jim?
Yeah, you did. I was going to go Warren Moon, Ozzie Smith.
Is that your answer?
That's my answers.
Kenny?
I'm going to go with Jim because I think our audience is a lot younger, and and would know Ozzy over Robertson, I think. So but I agree, Warren Moon definitely. So yeah, Moon and Smith for me too.
Okay, Petro.
Why do I feel like T-Mac? Why do I feel like T-Mac might be on the list?
Petro nailed
Okay.
it. Ozzie Smith, Oscar Robinson. So Petro, real quick, you can give me anybody you want. Not you. Give me a name right now.
I'm surprised Moon wasn't on there.
I'm gonna nominate.
Don't do it, Mike.
I'm not nominating Jen. I'm gonna nominate.
Thank you.
Nominate your
I'm
dad.
gonna nominate our hockey guy, Nick Lepresti.
Okay. So Nick Lepresti has automatically entered the thing. All right, so in a couple of minutes, I'll get into the next number. But that's how it's going to work. So if you guys don't get it, it goes to the audience, and then the audience, if they get it, they will answer in.
All right.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do rapid fire really quick tonight. I got 2 questions or 3 questions. Let's get to it. We'll go rapid fire. We'll go Petro, Kenny, Jim. Okay. This year in the NFL, the MVP will be somebody other than Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. Yes or no? Other than those two.
No.
Kenny.
No, I don't think so neither.
I'm going to say yes because it's 2020 and all sorts of weird shit's happening.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably bet Drew Brees again anyway. but I'm gonna say no.
Question number 2. When the Yankees make the playoffs, opening game, they will have their lineup will be 100% fully healthy. I don't mean have to be 100% healthy, but all their guys will be in that starting lineup. Yes or no, Petro?
I'm gonna say yes.
Jim.
Just because
Okay.
I think Stanton will. I don't think he'll be back in the 3 to 4 weeks. I think he'll be good to go, but I think they're gonna baby him a little bit because they know bigger picture what they need. So that's the only thing. But I think playoff time, yes.
Mr. Sick.
I say no. One of them's bound to get hurt again. Starting to get aggravated with this nonsense.
Mr. Kirkpatrick.
I agree with Jim. It'll probably be Stanton.
Jimmy Eiserman's agreeing with you guys too.
Can't help the club if you're sitting in the tub.
Now, the
Words to live by.
Mets GM or manager, one of them, at least one or both, will not be back next year. Yes or no?
What was it, manager or GM?
Manager or GM or both.
I'll take it first, guys, if you don't mind. Manager ain't gonna be there next year.
Say that again, Kenny.
There'll be a new manager next year. They'll get a high profile name.
Well, so this is his first season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to stick with him. They're going to stick with him. Both of them.
Can't really fire somebody when he lost Syndergaard and he lost Stroman.
No, I get that. I was just
DeGrom's hanging on by a hair.
Beltran was their first choice. He was never their first choice, so that's why I said he might just be a one and done guy.
Chris Schulish chiming in. How are you, Chris?
I thought it was going to be Girardi.
So what do you think, Petro? Yes or no? One or the other, or one or the one, at least one, possibly two.
It's Van Wagner, right? Guy's an asshole. I'll say no. They're going to give him one more year because I know Mookie was the guy that everybody wanted, and that's already off the table. So he's going to have one more year to make a big splash. If he doesn't, that's it. I think for both of them.
Jim.
So no.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be back. You know what? Yeah. I mean, the injuries. You got to give him a chance to, especially the coach, unless he does like Mickey Callaway just fell asleep at the wheel. That guy was a disaster. So we have bigger fish to fry with our Yankees right now.
Yes, we do. We're gonna get into that, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit. I got two more rapid fires. Next one. A-Rod will be the owner of the next owner of the New York Mets. Jim.
I'll take that first. I hope so. So it gets in the hell off the air. Because if he calls Matt Vasgersian Matty one more time, I'm going to put my fist through the television. All right? And the guy who knows everything about baseball, own the Mets, drive him into the ground, and then don't bring him back as a broadcaster. And A-Rod, we're done with you. Go live your life in Miami with J-Lo. So please, screw the pooch.
Mr. Kirkpatrick.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be with the Mets because he wants to be in Jeter's footsteps. You know, Jeter's with the Marlins. He's going to be with the Mets. So he's going to want to compete against Jeter for the next 20 years, 30 years.
Petro, Jimmy Eiserman saying yes, by the way, Kenny. Petro. A-Rod's the owner of the Mets, next owner?
And that guy Cohen has a lot of money, and he
They
really
don't want to
wants
sell it to him. That's the whole
They
thing.
said, I know. They said the Wilpon family is saying that they're going to make Cohen pay double whatever it is he's offering because they don't want to sell the team to him. I mean, if A-Rod gets the bankroll behind him and gets a lot more people to invest in him, then yeah. And I mean, so the guy does love baseball. I can see it. Yes, I'm going to say yes.
Okay, and last one, Mr. Kirkpatrick, I'll start with you. Will you be watching tomorrow night at 8:30 the NBA Draft Lottery?
100% yes.
Jim?
I'm going to say no.
Petro?
Isn't it funny?
No.
It doesn't have that, like, football lottery. Like, football is like the big draft thing. Like, if you didn't tell me, I
wouldn't
probably
even know?
would have forgot.
Well, this isn't the draft.
It's
This
the
is
lottery.
just
The lottery. Who they decide where you pick.
It's,
Right,
what
I
mean?
understand,
So
but it's a pretty big deal. When they do it, so they and of course this is the year that the Knicks are going to get like the number 1 pick, right?
no.
Yeah, with no college basketball.
It's rigged. It's rigged. The Warriors are going to get the number 1 pick, and then the Warriors are going to get Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Could happen, because I'll tell you this, that team could be in major trouble.
Yep, telling you, they're going to get Wiseman, and then they're going to get Giannis.
All right, so let's do this. Again, for the audience, Chris is listening. I know he's coming in now.
We got everybody. Donnie Cooper's listening.
Well, here we go.
Donnie.
Here we go. So now we're going to go to number. We're going to get to the next number again. I'm going to ask our panel first. If not, the audience, please chime in. I want to know, off of this consensus report, off of where Mr. Elsmore found this from school, the 2 players, could be any sport, the two best players, or the 2 numbers of players that wore this jersey. Right now, we're going to go on number 2. Kenny, you start it. Again, I will not answer. We're going to go Kenny, Jim, Petro.
Well, my answer now, one of the answers? Or you
No,
want both?
I need both. Because
We all know
you won't.
one.
If
I
you
think
don't,
we're all in agreement what one of our answers is going to be.
Absolutely.
Who else? Number 2.
audience.
You need your cheat sheet, Jim, when you were doing this.
I'm ready. Brian Leach and Jeter.
Okay, Brian Leach and Jeter. Go ahead.
Yeah, Petro liked that one.
Petro.
A little Petro nod of approval.
I'm going to say Jeter and Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Kenny.
Jeter and Kawhi.
Okay, that it is still open. You guys have not gotten it.
Man.
It's all time. All time. So the audience, the next person, Eiserman and Shul have both said Jeter, but they have not got the second person. Who is the second person for number 2? We're gonna go into the next topic, and I'll let that roll. And the first person that gets it will have to come back.
Wait a minute. So I said Leach. Petro, you said who?
Kawhi. So did
Kawhi. Kenny, who'd you have?
Yeah,
Went
Kawhi.
with Petro.
Who the hell else wore number 2?
We'll get back into this. We'll get back
Kenny.
into that.
I'll tell you what.
I want to get.
Elsie, I like the way you've tweaked my segment here. Very nice. Segment stealer.
Robert Elsmore, you don't see this comment, Jim, but Bobby Elsmore saying, tell Sick and Jerry there's 49 other states besides New York.
I'm at a loss.
I'm at a loss, too. Chris
Elsie,
Schul said Lasorda, but no. All right, let's get into a little NFL talk. We're going to leave this for the audience. If the next person that gets this guy, he's going to be the winner.
Lasorda's a good guess.
It is a good guess. All right, NFL. I want to get into a little NFL talk. I'm going to start with Jim because it's your boys.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, baby.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
When Bielen talks, when we do fantasy, I told you this. Petro and Kenny. I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but I told Jim I'm picking 10th in our Carney League. So I got 10 and 11. He will not see Edwards-Helaire because he's not getting past 10 or 11. No shot.
I don't think he gets to 10.
He might not get to 10. He might not. I'm taking him.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. It's hard. I read, Jim, I read today, they said that from what they're reporting, they wouldn't. Someone says from the way he has looked at camp so far that it wouldn't be crazy to take him behind Christian McCaffrey at number 2.
That's
what people are saying.
I heard in Petro. I heard number 4. Somebody said
Believe the hype. I told you last year when he was at LSU. I told you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
I don't drink the SEC Kool-Aid like Kurt does, but my boy.
Jim, Elsmore is saying that you keep guessing Rangers and Yankee. That's why I'm telling him there's other states besides
now
New
I got
York.
you, Els. Thank you.
All right, so Jim, I'm going to start this with you. Your boys, the world champs, opening up in like 2-3 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Chris
Shule. Great. They put pads on for the first time.
Chris Shule is the winner. Moses Malone.
Oh, nice job.
Chris Shule.
Shooby-doo, nice job.
So we'll get to number 3 in a second. But, Jim, we're going to start this with you. Breaking news the other day, the Chiefs have announced there will be 22% capacity fans opening night when the Texans are playing your Kansas City Chiefs. What are your thoughts on fans at all? And so that 22% is going to be what, about 20,000? Is it 20,000 around there, 18,000?
Are we going?
Chris Shule's the math guy.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going. They're gonna let me raise the flag.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Jim? Good idea and bad idea? What do you think?
I think any fans at this point in anything is a bad idea. I mean, come on, let's be honest. With everything that's going on right now,
I gotta cut you, Jim. I gotta cut you off because now that's the real Dale. Saying, hey, there's
Dale Senior. Now,
there's Dale.
He had to put Junior on so he could finish his superset, and now he's ready to go.
He's ready to go. So, what do you think, Jim? You don't like the idea?
You know what? No, I don't. I don't like the idea of fans in anything right now. I mean, you could see how everything is. When things are in a bubble like hockey and basketball and baseball to a point, it's holding kind of steady. Especially hockey and basketball are just straight steady. I mean. We saw all this stuff with the colleges. They were back in school for 3 days, and they're shutting down colleges, left and right, because of what's going on. Like we talked about college football and stuff like that. I mean, the craziness that's going on with college football, and I know we'll get to that later. With people petitioning to get out of the Pac-10 or just play a schedule, this or that, and everything else. They're worried about putting fans in there. If you want to just worry, play the games. They've proven in hockey. In these other sports, I've even got used to the crowd noise. All right? There's Chris Shule, 22. See, Chris is a math teacher for you guys who don't know.
It's true, though. It's less than 25.
You know what? My man is locked in. I don't know, man. Just play the game. Just like everybody else does. Just play the game. And go out there and, I don't think bringing fans into it at this point is a good idea. That's just me.
Dale disagrees, says yes, I do think it's good. They need some kind of hype. Petro, what do you think?
I mean, they're going to be spread out, right? I know NBA after the first round, they're allowing, I believe, each player can bring up to 4 people, not including kids, to the bubble. That's what they're starting to do after the first round of the playoffs, they said. So they're allowing.
Cool, Mike.
What?
Why wouldn't they just keep this going? It seems to be working.
I agree. I mean, not for nothing. It's like it's been a month. It's been almost a month already. So like it's gonna be the season's gonna be over in a month. I think, right? I think it's like a month that they expect to have the finals done. So like, I don't know why it's like such a big deal. I mean, I guess they want to give them a little bit of normalcy, I guess, but listen, they've been doing a fantastic job over there. No positive tests for almost 3 weeks now for the NBA. I don't think hockey has had any either.
Yep.
So I get it. Listen, I know people want to go to the games and stuff, but can
I just say this? And this is just going to be me coming off as me. We got guys in the military who go fight for our country, and they don't see their families for a year at a time. Now, I know they're signed up to do that, and I'm probably going to catch some flack for this. But you know what? You're getting paid a lot of money to play a sport. Suck it up for 4 more weeks, and then you'll see your family. We got people fighting for our country who don't see their family
that's a great point, Jim.
A long period of time. Just suck it up. You could see them on Facebook. FaceTime. Thank you.
Google Meet.
You know, you can FaceTime your kids. You can Zoom meeting with your family if you want. You have all this stuff available to you. You know, just suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with the technology that's out there, and like not for nothing, like you're practicing every day. You know what I mean? If you're not practicing, I would think you're at the team facility getting treatment, watching film, going over the game from the other night. Like, how much time are you really gonna have to spend with your family? You're playing every other day.
Right. You can't go anywhere. Are you going?
That's what I'm saying. You can't go anywhere. It's not
Right.
like you could go. It's not like you could take the family to Disney World and go to
Focus
Disney
on
World.
your job.
So
You know what? For once.
It doesn't really make sense to me. Now for football, like I said, I know that people want to go to the games and stuff like that because they're sick and tired of sitting home and being told no. But you know, bigger picture here, like, do you want it to continue into 2021?
Right, and then
Because,
exactly,
like,
Dale's saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Dale's agreeing with you, Jim, and Jimmy Eiserman saying keep it going without fans until all sports, and at least until the spring. Kenny, what's your thoughts on that, Kenny?
I agree with Jim and Petro 100%
Yeah.
on both their points. I'll just add, it's going to be hard to social distance 20,000 people. Let's be fair. And second is it's working, like Petro said, it's working for basketball, it's working for hockey. What's going to happen, Jim, if one of your stars, God forbid, one of them gets coronavirus, COVID, and then it spreads to 5 or 6 Chiefs, and then the Chiefs got to shut down their operations for 3-4 weeks. They got no football. What's that going to do to the NFL's image? I think the NFL needs to step in and say no fans, plain and simple.
Yeah, just
Me personally, and I know the three of you will be perfectly happy sitting at home on a Sunday watching football for 8 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, what are you going to do?
And I don't think anybody's. I'm sorry, Petro.
No, it's cool. I'm saying, like, are concessions going to be open? Because if that's the case, then people are going to be moving around all over the stadium.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yeah, okay, you could space them out because obviously stadiums hold like at least most football stadiums hold at least 70,000 people. So you could space everybody out all over the place. But you know what I mean? Are you gonna like? I know you're gonna space out.
See,
the
and Dale just said that, Petro. They can spread out.
Right? They can spread out, but like it's listen.
Right,
football
bathrooms.
Already said that.
Go to the bathroom.
Football already going to the bathroom. I'm sorry. What about tailgating? Are they tailgating not
outside? You guys stay over there. You guys stay over there.
All the drinking and the social.
It's a lot. It's a lot to figure out. And they're already saying NFL wants to do they don't want to call it a bubble. They want to call it a controlled environment playoffs, where they're going to have they're talking about it. They want to talk about having the playoffs in neutral areas.
Yep.
Which I mean that makes sense. But if they're already looking towards that, like, why are we even talking about fans on September 10th, which is 3 weeks away?
Right.
Doesn't really make sense to me.
I wanted to get to honestly, I mean, I've been watching a lot of the hockey. Again, Nick Lepresti's been getting me fired up with the hockey and the basketball. And, of course, like, you're there without the fans. But I'm going to be honest, like, it's still basketball. I mean, it's like, how much, don't get me wrong, there's the crowd and all that stuff, but the game hasn't changed. What do you think, Petro? I mean, I've been watching all the games, and it's like I'm watching basketball.
So funny. It's so funny you say that because I had the Laker game on last night, and my girlfriend's sitting next to me, and she goes, "Why are there so many people there?" And I go, "What is she talking about?" And I look, and all the digital fans that are on there, she thought that those were real fans sitting there. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, those are digital fans. But, like, they're doing
I'm sorry. For some people who don't know, his girlfriend is my niece. That's my sister's kid. You know what?
Yeah. It was, but listen, like, that's kind of cool that she would say something like that because, like, to someone who isn't watching, like, they think that those are real fans there. And, like, not for nothing, they pump the sound in.
Yep.
They favor that's the advantage that the number one seeds have is they get the sounds favored towards them. So when they make a good play, the crowd goes crazy. When the opposing team doesn't, it's like a little not as loud, which whatever. But like I think it's cool, man. I think they're doing the right thing. You see the media the whole entire table and everything, it is completely plexiglass. There's no way that a player can nothing. There's no going to the thing and getting powder and like hand powder, none of that stuff. So it's how it has to be.
Hey, Mike, you know what would be a good goof for her, Mike? The next time they show one of those Fox baseball games, they'll show people in the outfield, and then another angle. Hey, they all got up and left.
They all left.
They all left. And then they all came back. And they left again.
They all went to the bathroom.
All right, before I get to my next QB competition, let's go real quick. Number 3. Who are the 2 players, number 3 on this list? Petro. Oh, by the way, Chris Schul, dedication, Jim. He said he's got a school Zoom meeting. He's got to step away. School Zoom meeting at 8:30. So he'll be back in a little bit.
Night.
Go ahead, Petro. You know what, Kenny? Let's start with Kenny. You real quick. Give me number 3.
Babe Ruth, Dale Earnhardt.
Okay.
That's what I was getting. Oh, you took my Earnhardt. I'm going with Kenny.
Petro?
Babe Ruth, Allen Iverson.
Oh, Petro's on fire tonight. Give me another person to put in the kitty.
I'll put Lindsey Sickinger.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Come on, guys. Allen Iverson has to be on there.
Petro's on the money.
The answer.
Hey, Kurt,
The answer.
Jim, I forgot, Jim. I forgot. You guys are all in New Jersey. I'm the.
Oh, I went with Earnhardt. Hey, funny thing I heard today in MLB Central, they said when Billy Ripken was a veteran, when they would play out on the West Coast, he would get the final answer from Jeopardy, or he would call because it was 3 hours behind. Then he'd go in the locker room and he would bet the rookies that he would get the final answer for Jeopardy, and they weren't smart enough to realize. He kept calling his wife, "What's the final answer tonight?" Okay, good. Then he'd walk through, glance up the TV, give the final answer, bet somebody $100. That's hilarious. And that's stuff you can only do to rookies.
Kurt, if Jimmy's still listening, did he get you the?
Yes,
the
Yankees.
MLB?
Yankees.
Yankees.
Sorry
and
about that. Yes, Yankees. All right, real quick, guys. I want to do this quick. NFL, obviously, training camp is started. Do you guys see, or who would you think would be the first team to have a QB competition, or first team that's going to switch, that's going to make a move with a quarterback? Kenny, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go off the obvious one. I'm going to say the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert might get in there really quick over Tyrod Taylor.
Okay. Jim?
Well, it's funny. That's what I was thinking the same thing, because I saw something on that the other day, and they were talking about, Tyrod Taylor, he's saying this is his offense and this is his turn, but they're saying this kid's looking really good so far. That was, one of the ones that I heard. So we're going to go there. There's no competition in Kansas City, and that's a good thing. I heard there's one in Denver.
You see the little sign in front, locked and loaded? No way. Petro, what do you got?
I'm going to say Chicago. Trubisky
That's
and Foles.
That's a good one. Good one.
Yeah.
Really good one.
Trubisky and Foles. The only other one I thought of was maybe Miami, because they're going to want to try and get Tua in the game quicker. But I actually think that Miami needs to protect him at all costs. So I think they're going to pump the brakes on getting Tua in there. But I'm going to say Trubisky.
Okay.
I thought they really had set sail with Trubisky. Like, I thought they were, it's a good.
You can maybe say Patriots too. I don't know what the
situation
is down there.
Well, Petro, you're reading my mind, because the next thing is Belichick came out. I believe it was yesterday.
You're just on tonight, buddy.
He is.
I've had a good couple days of sleep, guys.
But here's the thing.
Petro, I was watching Alex Smith was practicing. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Guys.
Okay, so Alex Smith, I saw when he got medically cleared for football activity, they showed a video of his family spraying him with champagne.
I saw that.
Did you see him getting down that one step with that leg? He looks like he's still dragging that leg. He couldn't even maneuver around his 8-year-old spraying champagne in him. And he's going to be out there practicing against Chase Young and Jonathan Allen and Ryan Kerrigan, let alone – no, man.
Somebody's got to look at him and say, dude,
listen,
it's heroic what you did.
Oh, so listen, I watched that ESPN special on him. It was unbelievable what he overcame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys watched it. If you didn't, you should.
Oh, yeah.
His leg was just absolutely mangled. It was mangled,
Like
and
a
the guy,
car crash.
it looked like a leg from like Walking Dead. That's like the best way for me to describe it. It was just the fact that he's even up, dropping back and throwing passes right now is just unbelievable. But come on, man. You know, like they've already said he has a place in the Redskins organization, you know, if he wants it in the front office. So like I don't know, like I don't know if it's like him that he thinks he has to prove something or it's not a good idea.
But what does he have to prove? He's made it back. You know, for him to be medically cleared, you know what? Maybe he just go out there in his mind, go through training camp, then hopefully he just tips his hat and says,
That's what I think. I think it might be more of a thing to him that he wants to be able to say that, okay, I can still go out here and do this. But, man, listen, when it becomes full speed and he's got to get on the move, that first snap, and he's got to roll left or roll right, I think he's going to realize that his body just can't do it anymore, and that's going to be it because God forbid the guy gets hit.
You know what I worry about, though, Kurt? The pocket collapsing. Like, I don't think I can watch a thing, and if the pocket collapses and comes near his leg.
I don't know. You know what? It's such a great story, though, because I did see that video when it was coming out, like, with the family. And, you know?
It's like I said, it's like the one thing of positive news that we've gotten in 2020, and it was a really cool thing to see because you could see how excited he is, too. You know what I mean? Like, he was on – I follow all the Redskins pages, obviously, because I'm a Redskins fan. So, like, I see him talking afterwards. And
Excuse me. You're a Washington football team fan.
Yes, not the Redskins.
They're not the Redskins.
It's until week one, I'm calling them the Redskins. So, but it's, you know, you could see that the guy obviously loves football and he's excited to be out there, you know, with his teammates again. But that's going to be that would be really scary, man. If they put him in full pads, it's going to be really, really scary, and it's going to be like cringeworthy kind of to see.
Hey, Mike, I saw your new team president today. I was watching Good Morning Football, the first minority owner or president in all football.
Redskins are covering all races. If you've seen, every single position is a position of color. They're really turning around there.
Dale
DC.
is saying he will be Joe Theismann all over again.
I tell you what, this young guy who took over as the president, a lot of personality. I love listening to him. Like, he gets it, man.
Yeah.
Good for him. Hopefully,
the good thing is,
some sense into him.
The good thing is the agreement is, you know, he's going to handle everything else, but Ron Rivera is completely in control of the football side of things.
Good.
So he's not gonna step on Ron Rivera's toes. And I'm excited, man. It's big things are turning around for the Washington football team.
Good. Cheers. All right, Kenny, let's get to this. We're going to do a minute each. You got the Giants real fast. Just give a little update, what you think, you know, what you like, what you don't like, what you heard. So a minute each. Kenny, you got the Giants. Go ahead.
Kenny, you excited about that new field goal kicker?
Yeah, well,
that's the big news.
Graham Gano and Chandler Catanzaro fighting over the spot. That's our Giants news. We got a cornerback that's making news, 4th round pick out of UCLA. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. I haven't done too much research this week, obviously, what's going on down here, so I don't know if I can go a whole minute. You know, I'm not hearing much down here on, you know, about the Giants, so I don't know if anybody else has something to add in the audience.
I just heard that they were saying that Joe Judge has been, like, hands-on.
Joe Judge has been like Belichick. I heard that. Like,
old school, like running.
Yep.
Hey, he comes, you know, listen, it's I know the guy doesn't have any experience, but he comes from a winning regime. So you got to trust that, you know. I think McDaniels, he wasn't terrible in Denver. I think it just the personnel, and he just couldn't have the right guys to work with. He never really had the quarterback. You know what I mean? Tebow was, you know, Tebow. But I think, you know, McDaniels will eventually leave Belichick and become a head coach in the NFL. So you got to trust it, you know?
What is this?
What's wrong with the Giants is the personnel. I don't know. Like, you know, your wide receivers you got Barkley. Got to feed Barkley.
I will say one thing. Everybody's down on the secondary. I'm not. Okay, I know Baker, let him go, goodbye. But this Bradbury, look at the receivers he had to face in the NFC South. Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and Michael Thomas. Now his best receiver he's got to face is Amari Cooper, and then he's got McLaurin, and they're good receivers, but they're
for sure. Oh, yeah. They're not. Sure. We did the same. Hey, we did the same thing with Josh Norman. I know Josh Norman didn't pan out to be the best thing, but listen, the first couple of years in Washington, Josh Norman was the man. He was still legit. So, and Josh Norman was in the same conference covering those same guys. So listen, that's what it all comes down to. You need a shutdown corner, and you need that one guy that can get to the quarterback. And you got to hope that Leonard Williams and, that they can – Leonard Williams better live up to that franchise tag.
Yes, he does. It's a lot of cash.
Giants had to do it because they traded away for him.
Yep.
It is. But
all right, Petro, you're up on the clock for a minute. Redskins, what do you think? Besides the Alex Smith news, what are you hearing? What do you think?
So I've been watching just like little tidbits from camp. I'm reading great things about Ron Rivera. They're very happy. Apparently everything is very high pace, quick, fast, all practice. Chase Young looks like an absolute man child. He's just pushing these guys around like he's been a pro for 5 years. He's ready to go. They're getting Reuben Foster back, which is awesome. He hasn't played for like a year and a half. That was a big trade that we made from San Francisco. He's a really good linebacker, so I'm excited about that. Darius Geis, obviously, he got cut. He's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, now ladies in LSU said, what?
Now 2 rape allegations that apparently LSU did no investigation on, and LSU is gonna probably get in trouble. I would assume they're gonna get in trouble for that, but they could also play dumb. But they'll play dumb and say that they didn't know about it. But I'm excited. Antonio Gibson is the guy to watch
Fantasy.
out for. Antonio Gibson is I'm telling you right now, Terry McLaurin, he's going to get slept on in a lot of fantasy football drafts. I'm telling you, I've been reading great things about Dwayne Haskins. The offseason has been paying off because they said he looks fantastic the first 2 days, like the last couple of days. So I'm excited, man. Listen, I don't think we're going to be like, I can see us winning 4 or 5 games. I'm just being realistic. But I think our defense is going to give quarterbacks a lot of problems because – I think Haskins will take a step in the right direction. I still think we should go and get Antonio Brown.
Okay.
That's the move that I need a splash, and that's the splash that has to happen. So
okay, I'll be real quick with my Broncos before I get to Jim and his champs. Broncos, they said first couple days, Drew Lock and the offense looked a little more advanced than they thought with a lot of new pieces. They said the best player hands down on the field, 2 defensive players, Kareem Jackson, and I forgot somebody else said they've never seen a receiver run routes like Jerry Jeudy. So I'm super pumped up for that. The only thing on the radio they keep saying is that, they don't know why they're playing this, like he's still running with the number 2s. Like just put him in, he's going to start. They said they hate when people, he's got to earn it. Like, just put him in there. He's going to be – but they're saying he might be the best receiver on that team more than Cortland Sutton. And they're saying Von Miller and Bradley Chubb coming back look phenomenal. So, hey, I'm ready to go with that. And
they're doing the same thing in Washington with Chase Young too. Chase Young hasn't taken any first-team reps yet.
Right, which is
with the first team defense. Which come on, he's obviously going to be on the field in week 1. But I get it. It's with the shortened off season. You got to kind of just bring him along a little bit slow.
Put him in,
But listen, Jerry Jeudy. That they said that's what he was known for. They said he. I think it was not Kuiper. Who's the other one?
McShay.
Todd McShay said Jeudy is the best route runner he has ever covered. So, living up to that.
Aaron Hicks just got a triple, guys. Sorry.
I saw. That's what I was looking at.
And Mr. Jim, what do you got real quick on the Chiefs? Any news you heard, real quick?
They're really trying hard to improve the defense. Like, what's funny? With the NFL Network playing back all of this, the playoffs and stuff like that, let's not kid ourselves. The offense is high-powered, but what put us in that position? Our defense was terrible at points. We're down to Houston. We're down to Tennessee, and having to do all these comebacks. I mean, yeah, you look at the final score and you're winning by 20, you're putting 50 points up on the board, but why did we fall behind? So apparently that's a big, focus of what they're doing, like reacting earlier and better with the defense. It's good to see Juan Thornhill back, our number one pick out of Virginia Cavaliers, home of Jenny Hoops. You know what? So they put in a bunch of DBs, corners, and stuff like that. So trying to tighten that up. The offense is going to click. You know what? I don't know what kind of money-making machine they got there in Kansas City, but you know what? We got
That's
Kelsey.
what I was just gonna ask. Are they printing money down
I'll
there?
tell you
Because
what, man, I'll get in line.
Find it somewhere,
where are they
baby.
coming up?
Find it
Where are
somewhere.
they coming up? I don't know how.
But,
They must have the best finance team ever to make these deals and the cap and all that. Like, it's crazy to me. Tyreek Hill next. Tyreek Hill's got to be next, right?
Well, yeah, I think he's got to prove and keep himself, which he seems to be doing, keeping his nose clean, staying out of trouble. Okafor restructured his contract. Chris Jones restructured. These guys all took a lot of money, but I think they structured a lot of it where you'll get it, and they kind of, you know what? Whoever their salary cap guy is,
that's the real MVP.
It sure is, man. Because when you sit there, you figure that that guy may not be able to catch a football or do anything, but I tell you what, he's a wizard with a calculator and a computer. So he's figuring out how to keep all these guys on the team and paid. And when you see guys restructuring their contracts to make sure that other guys can stay, that's when you know they're doing something right. You know what? So it's a good atmosphere Andy's got out there. I'm happy. You know what? Like I said, it's the year after. I've never had, as a Yankee fan, I've felt this where.
And Dale's all happy they're restructuring their contracts.
Yeah, they sure are, man. You know what?
Hey, Bobby Elsmore saying the Chiefs must be in the teachers union.
Come on, man. Let's go. But, things are good. As long as Patty Pat stays healthy, you know what? I would have liked to have seen Damian Williams. I know he opted out. I would have liked to seen him, stay. And our Tardif Dubois, our offensive lineman, who's doing a noble thing because he's a doctor. A lot of cool things coming out. But, hey, let's just see. It's fun, man. It's fun.
Before we get into
real quick, Kurt, quick on the Chiefs. Think about this: the Chiefs just announced about the fans, and you just mentioned Damian Williams. Do you think there would have been other players opting out? And how do some of these players feel about 22% fans at the home games? That's the question I have with some of the Chiefs, like personnel and coach and staff. Like, how do they feel about this whole situation?
About what, the fans?
About fans being allowed at the home games, because they just made this announcement now after the deadline for opting out.
Yeah, I mean, people are opting out for their own reasons, and everyone has been legit. I mean, heck, I was talking to Nick the other night, the goalie for the Bruins opted out in the middle of the playoffs. So you have people doing things for different reasons. You have to respect that.
Yep.
You know what? You do. You have to respect it, and 90% of the time it's for a noble reason. So we'll just kind of follow it along and just go with it. It's even like with the baseball thing, that low drone of sound makes, and it really does make a difference. Like, you know what? When they were doing this, when baseball first came back and they were doing those inter-squad games, I mean, it was very quiet and stuff like that. But that little drone of crowd noise is awesome.
Like,
but I gotta be honest, guys, the hot mics are awesome.
Yeah.
Hot mics are awesome. Don Mattingly's rant the other night was outstanding. You know what? And you can hear everything. You hear everything from the dugout. That's the little things that you miss when there is so much crowd noise, because you can't hear those little things or the banter. You hear one dugout getting on the umpire, then the other guy's getting on the umpire, and they're riding back and forth. Then finally the umpire takes the mask off. It's awesome. I really enjoy it.
All right, guys, before I get to basketball talk, we're a little behind, so we're gonna catch up. We're gonna go with jersey number 4. Okay, jersey number 4. Again, for the audience, there's 2 lists. Our guy Bobby Elsmore gave us a consensus list of who people selected as the best 2 players to wear that number any sport. Number 4, Jim, you go first.
Hold on, sack fly, play at the plate,
Save.
2-2 Yankees. All right, Gio Urshela, unsung MVP. All right, number 4, Bobby Orr and I don't know. Bobby Orr.
I'll jump in if you
boys.
want.
Dak Prescott.
Two different
Oh,
ones.
Dak Prescott. I would throw this segment out if he was on that list.
I got Brett Favre and
Oh, son of a!
Lou
How did I
Gehrig.
miss that?
That's
Lou
what I was.
Gehrig.
That's mine also. I say Lou Gehrig and Brett Favre.
Okay, Jim, who is your second guy? Bobby Orr and who?
Brett Favre.
No. Nobody is right now. So anybody in the audience, who's the
Do
second?
we have any of them right, or do we have all wrong?
All right, here's
Or
what,
any of our
here's
answers
what I'm
right?
going to do, because you guys, it's Bobby Orr and Lou Gehrig. So you three guys right now, give me just who is one of our listeners who always chimes in, or anybody that we know. You guys
Bob
decide.
Caputo.
Bob Caputo, he's the guy. Perfect.
Cello.
All right, real quick, NBA, we got to do this fast. All right? I'm going to ask easy, just yes or no answer. Lakers lose game 1. Should they be worried, Kenny?
Yeah.
Jim?
100%. I actually watched it. I watched some of that the other night.
Mr. Petro?
No,
No, because
Not
they
yet.
have LeBron.
not yet.
Oh,
Nothing
they
to
should be
panic.
worried. You're not worried?
They shot 15% from 3. I could shoot 15% from 3 in an NBA game.
This is the only thing I'm going to say, and I'm not going to get into it because I'm not going to go crazy tonight. I'm going to be calm. I'm so sick, though. I've been watching Portland, and I saw Damian Lillard take over that game. I saw Utah, Donovan Mitchell take over that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of the LeBron James. Well, the open guy. Stop that. Take over the game. I don't want you
Luka.
dishing to Danny Green all night long.
I
That's
agree,
not going to
but-
win.
But Kurt,
That's not going
he
to
was-
win.
those shots, they were wide open.
But still, I'm
And
saying
Danny Green hit the side of the back.
right. But I'm saying this is my only
I've never
thing.
seen anything like that before.
This is my
from an
only
NBA
thing, and
player.
we made.
I
and we-
completely agree. He's got to take over the game.
Right,
He's
we
LeBron
made-
James. Anthony Davis was pretty terrible in the second half.
Absolutely. And you know what? We all agreed last week on this show with the dynamic duels and said the top dynamic duel is Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So you know what?
Absolutely.
They better be 1 and 2 in shots attempt. Stop giving those other guys they better carry this team in this bubble to a championship.
No, I completely
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? Don't worry about.
They gotta at least get there. When you get to the finals, anything can happen. But listen, I completely agree. They gotta get there. They gotta get through to the Western Conference Finals and get to the finals, because if not, listen, Anthony Davis, he's man, he showed that the moment was a little bit too big for him, I think.
Yes, sir.
And listen, LeBron, you look at his stat line and he had an unbelievable game, but after you think about it, I watched pretty much the whole game. You didn't think that he had 23, 16, and 15. It was a quiet 23, 16, 15. And if you think about it, if they knock down those shots, he should have had 27 assists. It was
Kenny, by the way,
it was
Kenny
tough.
Douglas is throwing a little salt on the wound here, guys. He's asking, when do the Knicks play?
Next year.
He's trying to be funny. All right, how about this
listen.
one?
Damian Lillard is the best player in the NBA right now.
He is.
He was, and he showed why last night.
He is. And we're going to get to that in a second. But Kenny, Milwaukee Bucks lose game 1 to the Magic. Are you worried about, should they be worried?
I would say no, but the only thing is the Magic. Do they have a home field advantage? They play in Orlando all year, but they've been playing enough games in this bubble where I wouldn't be worried if I was the Bucks. I just think they got caught sleeping in game 1.
Petro?
See, the only thing that worries me about the Bucks is they were the number one defense in the NBA, I believe.
And they got lit up.
And they got lit up by the Orlando Magic,
without
who don't
three
even
guys.
have. They don't have Aaron Gordon. You know what I mean?
What's the other guy's name?
Oh, the kid from Simmons from
the young kid.
Simmons is. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
He's out for the
but,
year.
Yeah, it's good. You can't blame it on Giannis. Giannis had a great game.
But I'm going to tell you this, Kenny, and you know what? This is where he's going to start looking. And we mentioned people, when you're saying Giannis is this, but Giannis is going to start saying, where's my help? So Milwaukee better, hey, If they get bounced in the first and second round, like you're saying, go to Golden State. Listen, it's not out of the question. He bolts.
By the way,
agree.
is Aaron Gordon Aaron Judge's like twin?
They do look a lot alike. They really do.
That why
Right?
Judge isn't playing for the Yankees right now. He's secretly playing for the Magic.
I'll tell you this: they don't play defense in the NBA anymore.
No. I was just telling that to Hoops.
Kurt, you know what? I watched some of the basketball, and I know it's gonna make me sound real old, but man,
No, they don't. They don't.
Shit. They just,
No,
you know what?
you're right.
And then I'm watching. You know what? I started trying to watch it. You know what? I don't get to watch the kid in Dallas playing up.
Oh my God!
The other night.
9:00 tonight.
Yep.
You know what?
Luka.
It's pretty good. Let me tell you something. They don't play defense, man.
No.
You know what? Once again, it's one of those. You know what? I think back to the old Celtics teams where they would play great help defense. Guys would rotate, fight over picks. Now, God almighty, it's like they come down the floor. It's like that ball's on fire. Whoever gets it shoots it.
But it's actually amazing. It's actually like it's seriously. It was like I was watching with Hoops. I'm like, I don't get it. They're just basically going like they spread everyone out outside the 3-point line. Point guard just penetrates. They wait for the guy to help, dish it out for three. And what are the defenses still doing, Jim? Like you're saying, they're going to help, and it's three. And all these teams are like you're saying, like Orlando, like they're shot. Or what was it today? Utah was like 18 for 25 at some point for going for three. I mean, it's like crazy.
Yeah,
they don't.
That was like Portland. That was like Portland yesterday.
Yeah.
The first half, they were just absolutely lights out. That's another thing. When you're a Lakers, you can't go down 16 points.
No.
In a playoff game. I know they came back and eventually they took the lead, but like think about that swing. Like you use all of your energy to climb out of that, and then like.
Yep.
And they got to get it together. They'll shoot better than 5 for 32 from three. You know what I mean? Like that was like a fluke thing. You know what I mean? I do think they win the series. I think they win it in 6, to be honest with you.
I think
If you like offensive basketball, this is your league. You know what?
Oh, without a doubt,
yeah.
without a doubt. The two-way, the really good two-way player. It's like there's only a handful of them out there now.
It seems like that.
The Clippers got 2 of them.
You know, like you said, the pass. Or the dribble running off the high screen, the penetration going to the basket. You're either getting fouled shooting free throws or it's going in. Up there. We lost Kenny first.
There he is.
There's that Maryland.
An hour to lose
9
internet.
o'clock. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Right on time.
9 o'clock. Hey, Jim, by the way, Dale, we just found this out. Dale he's Let's Go OKC. He's a Thunder fan.
Yeah.
OKC.
You know what?
All right, I want to get to the next real quick question. Best, who are the 3 best? I'm going to start with Kenny. 3 best point guards in the NBA today. I don't know if I have Kenny. Might be the Kenny.
what?
Better not go to me first because I'm losing internet.
All
I
right,
got
Petro.
Doug Gogol just commented, and refs don't allow you to play D. Everything is a foul, especially for the superstars.
It is true. Listen,
true.
I was saying it. Yeah, I was saying
Doug,
it
you
yesterday.
are right.
They call every little ticky-tack hand check now. It is unbelievable. And then it seems like when they go to the hoop and they get fouled hard, they don't call those. The refs have been brutal in the bubble, man. They've been really bad.
Hey, Mike, you guys are all kind of young to remember, but I can remember watching basketball, and when you were a young player, you didn't get those calls. You know what? I can remember whether it was Dr. J or even like Moses Malone was early. When Moses Malone would go near the basket, boom, foul, boom. Ewing, when he was young, he would get hacked, and it was like a rite of passage.
Right.
The older veterans got those calls, and you're a young guy, guess what? You're going to get your
Absolutely.
a little bit.
Yeah, Iverson was getting body slammed off the floor, and he couldn't get a call.
Right.
Yep.
But then once you become a proven veteran and you put your time in and pay your dues, they'll give you those calls. Now, holy Christmas. God, you know, they want scoring in that league.
Yes.
They don't want defense. They don't want that. They want to see, and I get it. You know what? Like we always said, why is America we don't like soccer? 1-0 doesn't excite us.
Yep.
You know what? But 145 to 132 does.
Yeah.
You know what? You don't want your star players fouling out. Whatever.
I'm going to go. I think Lillard is the man. I mean, I've always said that would be my guy. Dale saying Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard. I'm going to go Lillard. I'm going to put Jim's boy Luka on there. And I don't know, man. I mean, you know what? I'm a Russell Westbrook fan too. But I think Morant. I mean, I watched John Morant in that playing game on Saturday. I don't know if you guys watched it. I mean, it was just like nobody on Portland could guard him. It was just insane. He penetrated every friggin' time he had the ball. So those are mine. What do you got, Petro?
Lillard, Luka, Curry.
Okay, you know what? I gotta agree with you. I don't consider Curry, but I'm gonna put Curry there.
I'll tell you what. LeBron was the assist king this year, right? He led the league in assists, and I mean, he does kind of play point guard for them. He's always, to me, that's been the best part of his game is his passing.
Yeah.
He's such a good passer, but I mean, I guess you can't put him in the point guard category. But yeah, Curry, Luka, Lillard.
Jim and Kenny, you got it? Because again, there's so many. I mean, Dale's, Kemba Walker, Kyle Lowry, Russell Westbrook. I mean, it's just
Kyle Lowry's a very underrated point guard.
Yes, very underrated.
Very, 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 very good player.
Kenny, Jim, anybody else point guard wise?
No, I mean, as far as what you're saying, you guys are hitting it all.
You could say Harden. You could say Harden, right? Harden does play point guard. It's like him and Westbrook are kind of like hybrid 1 and 2s. They kind of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Kenny,
you gotta
give me
have
somebody.
Lillard and Luka for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Kenny, I know Kenny's going to give me somebody not on our list.
Did anybody say Chris Paul? My internet got chopped.
Yes, Dale said Chris Paul.
I don't know. Let's see who else we got.
I mean, you still got Kyrie. Nobody mentioned Kyrie.
I ain't mentioning Kyrie. I ain't mentioning Curry because they didn't play this year, but Curry would be on my list. Kyrie.
Absolutely.
Tell you what, this league is not in trouble, man.
Kyrie.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
And John Morant is going to be a stud, man. Stud.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, my last
How about the kid from Atlanta?
Trae Young.
Oh, Trae Young. Yeah, he's in the top. I'd put him in like the top 10.
You get him some compliment. You get him a complimentary player.
Yeah.
Watch
out. That's it. He needs the help.
Yeah, for sure. They'll get it because they'll get it because they're going to get a good pick this year.
All right, here's one that's Dale just said one that is it's controversial because people love him and some people hate him. Ben Simmons. I mean, I know he's playing power forward now, but he was really their point guard. I mean,
guy can't shoot. He can't shoot the ball to save his life, man.
Amazing, right?
It's like it's crazy. It's crazy.
No on Simmons.
He's like another one. You know what? Call me crazy, but I'd probably take Trae Young over Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Well, the thing though with Ben Simmons is he does a little of everything. You know what I'm saying? He
does, but
rebound he can't shoot.
He can't shoot the ball.
No.
That's my knock on Giannis. If Giannis could just get a jump shot, the guy would just be absolutely unstoppable.
It's actually crazy, guys. Did you see what they were before he was? I think Ben Simmons is done for the year, but they actually they were moving him to the 4. They were actually going to play him in the 4 now.
He could play anywhere. He's the closest kind of thing. Like I keep bringing him up, but he reminds me of he's because the size and what he can do. He kind of reminds you of LeBron's skill set, just not as gifted as him. He's very close to that kind of skill set. You know what I mean? But he's just not as good.
Hands. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and real quick, tomorrow night, what pick did the Knicks get, Jim?
1.
That's
time for the Knicks to be relevant again, my friend.
Kenny.
Can't say 1 because I know they will get it. If they won't get it if I say it, so I'll just go 4.
I'm gonna go 4 too. Petro.
I was gonna say 4, so I'll say 4 also. They're gonna miss out on the top 3 guys like they did last
3. But you know what? I think honestly, I don't know. I just have that feeling with all those guys, the VAR ball. I don't know. I think they're gonna make somehow it work where they I don't know. They have a lot to trade for. So whether he's not
what do you got? What do you got? They got Wiseman. I think Wiseman's a lock to go 1.
Edwards.
Hammer the kid Edwards, I think, are gonna be the 1 or 2. I think they'll be 1 and 2.
Right.
And then
who?
Ball.
Yeah, Ball. I mean, I guess I don't know where they have these guys listed at right now. I haven't really been
Obi Toppin, the kid from Dayton's a top 5 guy.
I feel like that's the guy that is just gonna be not. Oh.
You know what they compare him to though, which I don't see it, is Amari Stoudemire coming out of high school.
Wow.
they're
There's
saying.
big shoes to fill. Amari was a damn good
Yeah.
player, man. See this latest mock draft right here has. This was 5 hours ago. They have the Warriors with the number 1 pick, and they have the Warriors taking LaMelo Ball number 1.
Now I could see
Yeah.
them. I could see them trading that pick and getting another vet. You know, like I could see that.
They
for
got
Golden State.
they got the Knicks. They got the Knicks with the 6th pick, taking that kid from Israel, who they're saying is like a damn good player. But like the Knicks can't do that again, bro.
No.
They can't go international. They gotta get. Oh boy, man, that'll be bad if they do that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the way this is listed, this latest mock draft, they have Wiseman dropping 4th to Atlanta.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. So NBA talk's good. We're gonna talk a little
Kurt.
baseball. Let's go into hockey though. I want to do quick hockey with our
Kurt.
guy Nick. Oh wait.
He's standing over here staring at me. Solid jersey on tonight, though.
Who's he got?
I'm
Better than mine.
what? I
Better
tell you
than
what,
mine?
both of you guys did a solid jersey game. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Oh wait, Jim. Before you go though, Jim. Before
What?
you go, we're gonna get to uniform number 5. Uniform number 5. What do you got?
I have mine, I think.
Who do you got? No.
Kenny, you're up first.
Joe DiMaggio.
Okay.
Man, I got somebody. It's
Zoli's saying go Islanders, but we'll get into hockey.
I'm
in a
gonna go your guy, Kurt. I'm gonna go George Brett.
second. Okay. So you went DiMaggio and Brett. Jim?
I was gonna go Joe DiMaggio, and I was thinking between Brett. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brett. He's over here going Nicholas Lindstrom. Like, no, come on.
Petro?
I'm going to go 2 baseball players also, but I'm going to say Joey G and Albert Pujols.
It's a good one.
No.
That was my other.
No?
None of-
Nobody?
You guys, everyone has Joe D. I'm going to see if the audience, there's one other player. I'll give you a hint. He is a baseball player. He was a baseball player. So first
Johnny
person,
Bench?
Johnny Bench,
Baseball
Mr.
player.
Kirkpatrick, Johnny Bench.
Yep.
All right, Kenny. So here we go.
All right.
Give me somebody.
All
Gary Giordano just said Jason Kidd. That was a real good one. I
Oh,
would
good
have
one, Gary.
went
That-
Kidd over him too.
All right, give me
Gary,
your,
I'm glad you're tuning in because we're about
Hey.
to go into
And then
Fernando
Andrew
Tatis
Class
Corley.
said Brooks Robinson.
I'm going to get a jersey. You guys are this.
All right,
guy's-
so here we go, Kenny. Give me your person.
I'm going to get a jersey.
give me my cousin, Sherry Williams.
Sherry Williams is part of this.
Oh, how's it going?
All right, there he is. What about
that's
those
what we-
avalanche? What about those Avalanche, Nick?
That
Robin
doesn't look
today.
like an Islanders jersey, Nick. I'm
No.
disappointed.
No, I don't have an Islanders jersey yet.
All right, so we're gonna talk a little hockey here again with Nick. What was I wanted to ask him? What did I want to ask him? Just recap last week's. Listen again. I watched the Vegas games, the Colorado games. I mean, give us what do you think the past week again since we last talked to you? What's your thoughts?
All right, so as of now, there are 4 teams that are eliminated. The Blackhawks, the Blue Jackets, the Hurricanes, and the Coyotes. And I think out of last week's hockey, I think my predictions were definitely not right. But I did not expect the Blues and the Bruins to pick it up after 2 games. They did not really look good first couple games, and I think after game 2 in both of those series, they really they found their footing and they look like Stanley Cup contenders again, which I'm happy about. Tarasenko, who I'm repping right now, and Tuukka Rask from the Bruins have left the bubble.
Okay.
Tuukka Rask left for family reasons. I think he wanted to be with his family. He's got 2 young kids. So I don't know if anyone was sick or something like that, but it was personal. They didn't really want to release too much about that. And then Tarasenko got hurt again, so he had to leave because I think something happened with his shoulder again, and his shoulder had already been reconstructed once. So I'm a little nervous for him, but hopefully the Blues can hold their own without him.
Okay. My only other question for you is, and again, I'm going to ask for Zoli. Islanders went up 3-1. They lost game 4, so it's 3-1. So my question is, do they close it out tomorrow? And if they don't, is it time to worry is, can Washington come back? But do you think it's over tomorrow? What do you think?
I don't think it's over tomorrow. I think after watching Ovechkin carry the Capitals last night, that he doesn't lose that easily. I mean, after the Islanders went up 2-0 in the first period, I really thought it was going to be a blowout. But the Capitals got back to their game. They started playing a lot more physical, which is what they should be playing. They're a bigger team. They got some big guys. I think Wilson and Ovechkin need to really start stepping up. But I think if they keep playing the physicality that they were last night, that it's going to be a struggle for the Islanders to close it out. But I do think it's going to be tough to win 3 more straight games for the Capitals. I think it's going to go to 6 games. I think the Islanders are going to close it out in 6.
Okay. Petro, Kenny, anything for Nick?
What are your thoughts on the Golden Knights? They took care of the Blackhawks with ease.
They look good. I mean, it's hard to say. The Blackhawks aren't like a top tier team, so I think next round will really be a test to see if they're the real deal. But I mean, they look really good. They're not making too many mistakes in the defensive zone. Robin Leonard's playing phenomenally. I know for him it was a huge series because he was on the Blackhawks a couple years ago, so he was playing against all his old teammates. So I think that was definitely some extra motivation for him to keep going. But I think this next series is going to really show whether or not they're in it for the full ride, or if they're going to get out by whoever they play in the next round. I mean, the West is stacked this year. I mean, there's no easy team to play right now, so I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
Petro, what do you got for Nick? Anything?
I'm just excited about the Islanders. I actually didn't want the Islanders to win yesterday because I didn't want them sitting around and not playing hockey in a competitive game. So I'm actually not. I'm okay that they lost. I think they close it out tomorrow. So like I think from what I'm hearing on like ESPN radio, they should match up pretty well. They're probably going to play the Boston Bruins, and they should match up with them pretty well. You guys have known from the beginning I've been all in on the Islanders.
You have.
I bet them. So listen, I bet the Islanders in a future parlay when they were 40-1 to win the Stanley Cup. The Islanders are now 8-1.
And somebody else, you've been always on the Islanders, and I'm going to get this comment in for Nick because our guy Johnny Bielen has always been on the Flyers, and his comment is Flyers.
Kurt, hold that,
Kurt.
Hold that. I'm going to bring Johnny in since he's in the waiting room, and he can talk about the Flyers.
All right, perfect. Let him talk about the Flyers.
Yeah. Should be getting them any second.
The Flyers are going to have a tough matchup, though. I think they're going to they would have the Lightning next, right, Nick?
I think no. Depending on who wins, they're either going to have Boston or the Islanders, I think.
Okay. It's Johnny B, boys.
What's up, Mr. Bielen? There it is.
My Flyers, kid, they're smoking the East.
They look phenomenal right now. I hate the Flyers. I always have, but it's they're a fun team to watch right now. They got Carter Hart playing outstanding in net. They have so much firepower up front. Like, it's such a fun team to watch.
I love their mascot.
Yeah.
By the way, Nick, Zoli saying I agree with Petro. They swept last year and it turned out bad. Let's do it in 5, and here we go. But let me ask
exactly.
Here's my question for you, Nick. Right now, are the 2 best teams Vegas and Colorado?
I think so. I really do. I think after seeing how they played against the Coyotes, Colorado is probably my favorite right now.
Who picked them? I was always on them, Kenny. Don't tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
I'm coming after you with the Knights, though, Kurt. We're going to have fun with that one.
All right.
That's a matchup that I'm really excited to see. Although I don't think that would happen until the West Conference Finals because of the way they're doing it this year. So instead of it being by division, it's now like East-West 1 through 8. So if Vegas is either going to play probably either St. Louis, Calgary, or Vancouver.
All right, so let's do this. We're gonna do Nick.
St. Louis will be tough. I think they can get by Calgary, Vancouver.
The only thing I hate about Vegas is that they always play tight games. Always.
Oh, yeah.
That's because they're
Every
goalie.
game I Tight, man.
They're
I
goalie
love the
beast.
Avalanche because they
blow teams out. Blow them out.
They blow them out. 7-1.
Gary
the other
Giordano
day.
saying Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Goal and a half is a lock every game for the Avalanche.
All right. So here we go. Right now, we're gonna get to Nick last. Kenny, you're champion right now. Who's it gonna be? You could switch. You could switch from what you had.
Yeah, well, I got to switch. I had the Caps, and they're no way beating the Islanders. So I will go with the Golden Knights.
Petro, who you got? You're world champ. You're Stanley Cup champs right now.
Come on.
Oh, you gotta go. Yeah, you're right. I gotta go Islanders. I gotta go Islanders. You gotta go Islanders.
I'm secretly rooting for the Islanders, but I can't jinx them.
Do I have to ask? Do I have to ask Bielen?
Flyers, baby.
I know you're going.
Guys, I just want you to know that I hedged it. With the Flyers, the Avalanche, and the Bruins. So and the Lightning. So I'm covered, but the Islanders are the big money ones. So I'm sticking with the Islanders. I've been saying it. Since before the game started. Islanders.
The only person who really matters with the hockey talk is Nick. Give me your Stanley Cup. Again, you could switch it. Your Stanley Cup final and champion tonight.
This is hard for me because I'm a Blues fan, so I want the Blues to go all the way. But it's a tough decision. I think for the final right now, I'm thinking either Flyers, Avalanche, or Tampa, Vegas.
Mark is chiming in, and Mark, by the way, breaking news, I finally got Mark's frames after 2 months, but Mark does have his frames. So you went Flyers, Colorado?
Flyers, or Vegas and Tampa.
Okay, your winner. If you had to pick one winner tonight, right now, who is it?
I like the Avs. I really do.
Okay.
I got to go with them. They just have tremendous firepower, and they're playing.
Let's go. All right, anything else for Nick?
Oh, Islanders.
By the way, Nick, Bielen beat you again in the tiebreaker.
Blame Petro.
Blame
Petro.
In the tiebreaker.
No, actually, listen. It would have been a clean, but the Wilson Ramos can't tag somebody at home plate, and he let Philly win that game. So it shouldn't even been to the tiebreaker.
I see a jersey, but I can't see who it is. It's too small for me.
The Boz.
Oh, the Boz. Bo ran him right over. All right, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Next week, same time.
Yeah. Hopefully, there'll be a lot of news next week.
All right.
Next week,
Go Flyers.
Start getting into the fun Next week, we'll start getting into little fun wagers between us on the air.
Absolutely. Let's get into this, though. We'll wait till Mr. Sickinger comes back. Oh, by the way, now Bielen's part of the panel. Mark, he's just got done with football practice. For his son's great. He's saying great to be back on the field again. Mark, you're in this. Gary Giordano's could be part of this. All right. Bielen, you're part of this too. We need the top 2 players off of a list we got from one of our coworkers. The 2 best players in this consensus opinion to wear number 6. Bielen, start us off.
To wear number 6.
By the way, Zoli asked, is he the only one to beat Bielen so far?
Zoli, yeah.
Who are we giving a shot to tonight, Kenny? You have 2 minutes. You're going to think of Mark's on the air, Zoli's on the air. We got Gary Giordano's on the air, Dale's on the air. You got Nick's there. You could pick, Kenny, it's totally up to you. You're going to pick in 2 minutes of who's going to compete against Mr. Bielen.
If Gary's still listening,
I got my number 6.
Listener.
Ready?
He doesn't face John.
Bill Russell, Dr. J. 6.
Okay.
So,
What games are we doing for baseball? I'll text Gary.
It's totally up to Bielen. It's your segment, Bielen.
Just do tomorrow. It's a full roster.
Games.
Tomorrow's full game.
Okay.
Here's my number 6s, and Petro's gonna love one of these.
But now hold on, John. Just remember, it's not yours. It's off of what's on this list.
Oh.
So it's a consensus. What what people are voting on.
I'll still go. I'll still go with this.
Okay.
Julius Irving,
Okay.
like Coach said, and LeBron James.
LeBron was on mine too, for sure.
Okay.
LeBron. I'm going to say LeBron and Bill Russell.
Mr. Kirkpatrick.
Dr. J.
Yep.
I'm going way back. Stan Musial.
Okay. Jim,
Ooh.
who'd you go, Jim?
I went Bill Russell, Dr. J with the Sixers, because when he came up in the ABA with the Nets, he was number 32.
Jim,
Hey,
give
how
me
about this one?
give me your next guy, Jim, because you got it again. You nailed
won?
it, Jim. You got it, Jim. So give me your next person you're gonna put into this giveaway.
Catherine Sickinger.
At the
You know who's a good number 6 too? Jay Cutler.
Yeah, the Jay Cutler's in that closet.
The
right
closet.
there. A couple closet. He's a couple in there. All right, let's do this before. By the way, Petro, Gary's saying I'm listening, making stir fry. So we're gonna get to Gary and Bielen's picks in a second. But
I got to get to baseball. I've been hanging
we're
on
gonna
all
get
night
to baseball. I promise you.
baseball. I got my unwritten rules here.
Give me your number 7 real quick. Give me your number 7. Jersey's number
Seven's probably
7.
the easiest one for me, anyway.
Go ahead.
Mantle and Elway.
I can't hear a word he's saying. Good old Maryland.
He said Mantle and Elway.
Mantle
I got
and
it.
Elway. Petro, what do you got?
Yeah, that's mine too.
Jim?
I agree. That's what I thought of.
Bielen?
I will say one out of the box. Those definitely 2, but one out of the box that probably no one's going to get, and Coach's son will get this. Phil Esposito.
Okay, so Bielen's out, and you other 3 won. So I want all 3 of you guys to give me a name real quick. Petro, give me a name.
We'll throw Gary in there. Gary's always watching and listening.
Okay. Kenny?
I'll go with my friend Katie, who listens quite often. Katie Humphreys.
Okay. Jim?
I'm going to throw Mia Romanazzi. That's my daughter's friend.
Mia?
Yep.
Say the last name?
Romanazzi.
Was she a softball player?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Wasn't there a Mia player from Cedar Grove?
Bielen.
I remember, right? Great, good pitcher, right?
Yeah, she's over at St. John's now.
What was spell the last name for me real quick?
Romanizzi.
Okay. By the way, Gary Giordano said CR7. The people in Kearney would love that, Ronaldo. People would love that. People
That's
would
not
love
bad.
that.
I can't believe I didn't think of my boy.
Oh,
All right, so let's do this. While Gary's on, Jim, hold on one more second. Let's get to Jim. Let's get to Bielen versus Giordano.
Oh, easy. Romanazzi. I just got corrected.
Hey, by the way, starting baseball off, did you guys see Trevor Barrow's cleats?
Oh.
Yeah. Did he get fined?
Love it.
They said if he ever wears them again, fine, taken out of the game if you refuse to take them off, and possible suspension.
Love it, though. Those are official. Those are
Bielen,
official.
you are up. Bielen, we are up. Kenny, how you want me to do this? You want me to just read the games off again? Get Gary. You have to get Gary's picks, Petro.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll get them.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna get Bielen. Bielen's on a 2-game win streak or 3-week win streak.
Three.
All right, Rays, Yankees.
Man, I'm going with the Rays. Because you know who's pitching tomorrow.
Oh no, he's not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yay, hapless.
No.
No, Paxton.
No. Oh God. All right, game 1, Phillies at Blue Jays.
Man, it's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Toronto.
Okay. Detroit, Chicago White Sox.
I'm taking Chicago.
Okay. Houston at Colorado.
Ooh, good game right here, but I'm taking Colorado.
Attaboy.
Just
we
because
got Bielen on the Rocky bandwagon.
Yes, we do. Game 2, Phillies Blue Jays.
This one a little bit different, but I'm gonna take Philly on this one. Noah's on the mound, so
Mets Marlins.
trash. And Petro, you were definitely not taking this game as the tiebreaker game, okay? No way.
But
But
I'm gonna do Red Sox Orioles as the tiebreaker game.
damn it.
man, but I'm gonna take the Mets.
Okay. Indians, Pirates.
I'm taking the Indians. My boy Beaver's pitching.
Brewers, Twins.
Twins.
Dodgers, Mariners.
Dodgers.
Okay. Red Sox, Orioles.
Do I have to pick this game?
Yes, you do.
Orioles are hot, Jay.
I'm taking the
Laugh at
Birds.
the Orioles. They're over 500.
I'm taking
They
the
are.
Birds.
Texas, Padres.
And you know what? Actually, that'll be my tiebreaker game. Rangers Padres for my boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Padres in this one.
All right. Reds, Cardinals.
Oh man, you know who's pitching for the Reds? Sonny Gray, kid. Let's go. Yankee
Reds?
killer.
Reds?
Great day.
The Yankee killer.
So you're going Reds.
Yeah, I'm going Reds.
All right. Diamondbacks, A's.
Man, you guys watching the series lately for this Diamondbacks A's? Whew.
What's
I'm taking the A's.
Diamondbacks got? I'm doing okay in the 13-run rule. I got 10 yesterday. I got 10, 12, and 13, so I got to get 11.
And we got A's, Angels, Giants.
It's a toughie. I'm gonna take the Angels.
Okay. Petro, you'll take care of Gary's picks?
Yep. Yeah, I'll get them.
All right, you'll get picks. Let's do this one more time before we get into baseball. Number 8, Jim, let's go. Number 8.
I'm like the first person every time here.
Hey.
Well, obviously Yogi. Is the first person that comes to mind.
Wait, am I out of this?
No, you're in this. I'm
Oh.
I'm going to ask you in a sec. But again, it's off the sheet. It's off with the consensus, the consensus pool pick. So don't think it's who you're picking.
Ooh, coach, another baseball player. Come on. Third baseman,
Shortstop.
3,000 straight games.
Oh, Ripken. Oh my God.
So you're going Ripken and Yogi?
I am just wow.
Andrew Class is saying Cal Ripken.
Holy Christmas.
I'm going Kobe Bryant and
Steve Young. God.
I'll go outside the box. I'm going Alex Ovechkin.
This is tough. We got Yogi Berra, Gary Carter, Steve Young. Kenny, what do you
Kobe's got
got?
to be number 8. Kobe's got to be on that list.
I'm going with.
I got Cal. I got Cal and Kobe.
Okay, Bielen
I'm going Yogi and Kobe.
and
Hey,
Jim.
here's a newsflash. The Yankees are 2-2 in the top of the 8th, and they took Clint Frazier out and put Tauchman in for defense. Clint Frazier, God, he's awful defensively. God, I'm sorry.
Jim, who'd you go with? I'm sorry.
Breaking the segment. I went with Yogi, and then I got an assist from Johnny B. I went with Ripken.
All right, Ripken's is. So pick another person.
Now let John pick because he gave
All
me
right,
the
go ahead, Bielen. Give me somebody. Can't be you.
What do I got to pick? Somebody random?
No, just give me a name that they're going to be entered into this special giveaway next week. We'll tell you guys later what it's going to be.
I'm gonna go with your wife.
Oh, okay.
I was going to go with
being married 2 years to Kurt.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what are we doing the hot dog?
Whenever somebody brings it to me. That's on you guys, not on me. I'm not going to go get the hot dog.
Yeah, let me see if I can get that hot dog over there.
There's a guy lives right in East Rutherford. He could drop it off.
He's running
We
his
got a
mouth.
guy in East Rutherford, a guy in Clifton, and a guy in Cedar Grove. They could drop it off.
You know what, guys? Bring them 3 next week. All 3 and bring them a hot dog.
All right, here we go. We got a half hour left. We're going to do all baseball.
Wait a minute, but hold on. This guy lives in a gated community.
Yeah.
He's not going to let us in during the show, so we got to get Jen's.
Well, you got to get Jen's number, and then you can do it that way.
Maybe I'll Venmo some money.
Or you guys just ask Jen can go. I mean, listen, if you guys, I'm not going to tell Jen to go, but if you guys want to somehow wheel and deal and work something out where she brings the hot
I'll
dog.
wheel and deal, Jen. I got a Yankee mess coming to Jen. I'll wheel and deal.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Kenny, you got Yankee questions you told me tonight. So you guys, you get the panel and tell me what you got with the Yankee questions.
Well, there's some, with injuries, Stanton and Judge hurt again. Are we starting to see a trend here, guys? I'll start with Jim. Like, are you starting to get worried now? I know we say Judge, his injuries, he's not injury prone. I know we all agree with that. But he's starting to get worried that he's injured all the time, with Stanton being injured as well all the time.
Yeah, I take Stanton and push him off to the side. I'm just so down on that guy, and you got people, oh, he's a superstar, he's this, that, and everything else. You know what? And I got into an argument with somebody. I said the guy doesn't even own a glove now. He just, he's just going to come to the ballpark and hit. If that's all you're going to do, you got to be good at it. You know what? Because if all you're going to do is hit, you got to be Edgar Martinez good. You got to be David Ortiz good. If you're just going to be, that's what your job is, and that's what you're going to do. The whole Judge thing. When you look at the three guys, when you look at Stanton, Judge, and LeMahieu's hurt the most, but he'll be back.
Yeah, and you know what? And I don't want to interrupt you, Jim, but Chris Shule just said LeMahieu is a bigger loss than Stanton.
Yeah, he is.
Here's a guy.
You know what? You just watch a guy hit Gary Sanchez. God, as we're talking, run around second base, another pass ball because he gets down on the one knee. God, Gary, go, please. With nobody on base, I don't care if you lay in your stomach and catch the ball, Gary. But with men on base, look at this. He has no mobility. That ball was just one ball outside, and since he's laying there, he can't block it. Now you got a guy on third base. We're going to lose a game because he can't block balls. Stop going down on one knee.
That's your guy.
Oh.
It's awful. It gets me so aggravated. I'm sorry, if you can't tell, it gets me so aggravated. I got the little thing sitting right here under there. You know what? You're not good. Don't do it. Sorry. Judge, he's fine. You know what? He's going to wear turf shoes from now on. He said it was the cleats on the turf in Tampa. You know what? He'll be fine. He'll get in there, mash baseballs. Everybody will forget about it.
Who wears cleats on turf?
They wear, you know what? They wear the nine plastic ones.
He didn't even want to go on the DL. He didn't even want to go on it. He said he needed a couple days. Boone took the safe route and put him on the 10-day IL. So
For Frazier.
They said Judge will be activated on Saturday when he's ready to come off.
But you can see when these guys are out though, these guys do not hit. When all three of these guys are out, the Yankees.
Well, LeMahieu's the big one. The other two guys are so sporadic.
All three of them, like they do not hit, and that's a problem, especially if it's
a big problem. They had one hit tonight, going into 7 off of Glasnow.
We were on
real good last night.
We were on a 5-game win streak before yesterday.
Because we weren't playing anybody. Christ, the Red Sox. We could grab the 5 of us and 4 people off the street and beat the Red Sox right now. They suck. You know what? You're seeing Snell. You're seeing Glasnow. And who else is learning? Well, Morton's got the bad shoulder.
Tomorrow's undecided.
Yeah, but these guys hit. You know why? Because here's the deal.
Wait, I would take undecided over Paxton tomorrow. I'll take undecided.
See, Kurt, don't do that. Don't do that. For God's sake.
Petro, you want to add anything to Jim? Because I definitely want to hear
another walk.
I just, I've been saying it. Aaron Judge, his injuries, they're just from playing hard. The one injury that you could argue was a knot from playing hard was that oblique injury that he had last year. But other than that, I mean, the guy got hit on the wrist with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Should he move faster? That's what do you want him to do? The other was a cracked rib diving for a catch that he made in a playoff game. Should he just let the ball bounce in front of him and let the guy get on? Or should he
injured, right?
Those I'll take those kind of injuries. You know what I mean? Like it's this, like I said, it wasn't his choice to go on the IL. He was actually suiting up in the locker room, ready to play, and Boone came in and said, "We're putting you on the 10-day IL." So
they had to do that because a calf like this.
Yeah, look what happened with Stanton last year. Stanton, his calf, had held him out for a whole entire season. So it's a good sign that they said it was a grade 1 strain, even less than that. So like he could have probably been back in a couple days, like he said. But why risk in a short season when the playoffs are literally a month and a half away?
It was a smart move, I think.
There's no reason to. An expanded season, we don't need to be the 1 seed. There's no fans. Who cares? They're saying they're going to be in a bubble anyway. Who gives a shit? Rest them. Stanton, rest them. Give them the last 2 weeks of the season to come back, and then have them come back for the playoffs. There's no reason to push these guys. Doesn't make any sense. Bigger picture. You can't use – it's like you want them for the playoffs, but you know what I mean? You can't say, oh, well, they're not there for the regular season, but then it's the playoffs are what's important.
He's doing
a real Yankee fan knows that. Regular season doesn't mean shit. We're going to make the playoffs every year no matter what. Especially with expanded playoffs, I'll take the last seed in. Bring it on. You got to face Garrett Cole.
Kurt's foaming at the mouth like a rabid
you know what?
dog.
I'm not gonna be fired up tonight because
you did call. You went on Facebook. You went on Facebook and called Aaron Judge a bust.
You see that, Johnny?
You called Aaron Judge a bust, and using that word is the most outlandish thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, bust again. Bust was a very bad choice of a word. My point again now. I'm gonna rest him whatever. I am not saying here's $30 million to you, Mr. Judge, because 1, you don't do anything in the postseason, and 2, you're always hurt. So for now, for what he's making, you know what? I want to rest him. Is it a concern? I mean, honestly, that's not even more of a concern than he's not going to. When it comes postseason and he's facing these stud pitchers and he's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, I'm not giving him the money for that one reason, and I'm not giving him the money because he's always hurt. He's never on the field. Just look at Stanton. If Stanton wasn't hurt, nobody would complain. They really wouldn't. Think about it. Yankee fans wouldn't complain, but they complain because the guy never plays. That's what you're going to have with an Aaron Judge.
He's making a lot of money, Kurt.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. With Aaron Judge now, he's not making money. That's my whole I cannot pay that guy $30 million to do that.
Stanton might be the nicest guy in the world, but you got to produce.
I can't do it. I can't pay Aaron Judge that money.
Yeah, but Giancarlo Stanton signed his deal when he was 27 years old. Aaron Judge is going to be getting his new deal when he's 31 years old. It's a big difference. You're not paying spring chicken. Aaron Judge, let me put this into perspective for you. Aaron Judge started his career 4 years later than Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, any of those big-time guys. So he entered Major League Baseball 4 years older than all of those guys.
He played in college.
Right,
he played in college, and he came up and he did it the right way.
But here's the thing, Petro. I don't think people look at it like that because, again,
you have to look at it like that.
Right, but I'm saying we're looking at it like that, and I agree with you. But he's not, because the logical thing to do with me, we spoke about this with Bielen for months. The logical thing to do is say, hey, Dak, where do you rate as the top quarterback in the league? Me personally, I don't even know if he's a starter. So, but when he says, well, I'm next, that's not logical, because
but that's a bad example though, because football is football, because the quarterback is the most important position on the field.
But me personally, he stinks. He stinks. He's not a good quarterback, and he wants $40 million.
It's different though. Football is the going rate. Baseball is not like that. There's no salary cap.
So Aaron, you think Aaron Judge is just going to say, "Give me $20 million a year"? He's not.
No, I do think Aaron Judge is going to be well taken care of. I think he's going to get in the 25 to 20.
They're going to
he'll get the 20
incentives for him playing games.
Yeah, he'll get a $25 to $30 million a year deal.
He's not worth $30 million. He's not worth $30. I'm not giving him $30 million.
I disagree, because every single person on this panel said Aaron Judge is a top 10 player in baseball.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
You're crazy.
I don't.
Because his numbers prove it. His numbers prove it.
Other one reason why he's going to get the money, $30 million, is because the Yankees know that they're going to get it back from revenue.
I agree with you, but that doesn't win championships. That stuff.
I know, but
that's bad. You're worried about marketing and business, right? That's not, again, like, that's what they got to look at. Like, I'm sorry, but good teams now that they do that. Like, that's just like we spoke last week, Petro, about Chris Middleton, and you said, or one of you guys said, oh, but he's worked. Chris Middleton, or like the guy just wrote today on a tweet just now, Tobias Harris, the Sixers, max him out. 6 points. 6 points. No, you don't. You're not a max guy. Chris Middleton is not a max guy. Because when Milwaukee gets knocked out, Giannis is going to go, where's my help? And they're going to go, I don't want Chris Middleton for that money. What are they going to do? They screwed themselves by paying an average player max money. And now Milwaukee's stuck. Just like the Lakers were stuck. I don't know.
But Aaron Judge is not an average player. He averages 45 home runs a season.
Home runs don't mean anything. They
of course they do.
No,
of course they do.
No,
all right, let's move on. Let's move on from this topic because let's get on to Fernando Tatis.
Real quick, because I know Jim's got a topic. Let's do these like in a minute. That's it. Let's get these done. I know I'm going to start with Jim again because I know he doesn't like Gary Sanchez. Should we look for another catcher?
Yes.
Just in case Sanchez gets hurt for the trade deadline. And who would be on your list? I got one guy, and I
put a bag of groceries back there
last week. Francisco Cervelli. Bring him back for the playoff push. Anybody got any guys?
Krabs looks like a serial killer back there the other night.
That's it.
Who was that, John?
JT,
but they ain't going to trade at the deadline. Phillies are in the
only guy who's realistic. Dude, I had this argument on Twitter the other day with somebody about Gary Sanchez. He's like, well, Gary Sanchez, 162 game average. He averages 40 home runs a game.
Right.
That's cool. I get it. And Petro, I understand your thing too with Aaron Judge. But the problem that Judge has, same thing like Gary Sanchez and same thing like Stanton, is that you're never effing healthy. That's the problem. And it comes up and you can play throughout the whole year. That's great. But when you're hurt, when you're hurt and you're not playing, that average doesn't mean squat. So
you know what, hey John, and here's another point too. Did you see that he was ranked one of the top defensive catchers so far this year? How did they do that with the numbers?
I have no clue.
His framing is awful.
The worst.
Who's he ranked against? Blind people?
He either strikes out or hits a home run. That's
right.
it.
And in the
it's 9 hits, 5 of them are homers.
And in the playoffs, John, that doesn't win in the playoffs.
And
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Right, it's terrible. I'm watching this game right now. Every play, his right knee is on the ground. Every play. Every play. Every pitch. It's crazy.
I'm sorry. I'll answer that quick. Again, Kenny, he's not a winning championship player. So I would try to upgrade from him because the home runs don't mean anything. He could hit 50 home runs in the postseason. Strikeout. I think when it matters, he does nothing. So get rid of him. Get rid of him.
And last question real quick.
Hold on, just real quick. And this is the other – I'm watching this game right now. This is the other thing that I said at the beginning when we talked about this. The Yankees relief pitching is not going to hold up the whole year. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. And that's why they need Stanton and Judge and LeMahieu to play all year and healthy.
Got to out-hit people.
They need the runs. And because this right here, it's not going to happen. Especially with Cole on the mound, no way. It's going to be bad.
Gary saying Sanchez is absolute trash in the field and his bat no longer makes up for it. Bye-bye.
Trash. I don't care about that. I don't care about that 40 home run average for 162 games.
I wanted Romine. I didn't want to give up Romine. That was the one guy that we should have kept. Wasn't going to cost much. My last quick question, I'll start with Petro. With all these guys hurt, LeMahieu, Stanton, Judge, next 10 games, if Torres doesn't step up, are you worried about Torres this year?
Nah. Glaber's starting to hit. He's starting to come around. I'm not worried. Listen, it's this. I said it before. I really could care less what these guys are doing right now in a 60-game season. I only care about October. This right now is this to me is spring training for the playoffs. I could really care less. I could care less about James Paxton. Don't care if he wins another game in these 60 games. Don't care. Don't care about Masahiro Tanaka. He cannot win another game either. Because come October, I know that Tanaka pitches well in October. I saw Paxton pitch well in October last year, and that's what I'm going off of. I saw Garrett Cole pitch well in October last year.
Glaber's hitting 429 in his last 7 games, Mike.
Yeah. And you know what? I understand Sanchez. He's been god-awful, but the last couple games, it seems like his swing is starting to come around and he's starting to catch up a little bit. So it can't get any worse. Realistically, it can't. We have one of the best records in baseball, and Gleyber Torres, who was an MVP candidate, isn't hitting. We have no DJ LeMahieu, no Aaron Judge, no Giancarlo Stanton. Gary Sanchez can't even hit a beach ball. We're fine. There's no reason to panic. We are fine.
Can I just say this, and I'll just throw this point out to you? I'm worried because, and you guys agree or disagree with this, when you play your conference, this is like one of those high school teams that plays in their conference and they kick the crap out of everybody in their conference. Then they go in the state tournament, they play better teams, and they get throttled. I'm worried. Like, Boston's horrible. All of these teams are not good. And the Yankees and these teams are going to fatten up on them. And then all of a sudden when they have to go play somebody in the playoffs who's going to be pretty decent, that's my biggest worry. Like, it's nice when you play the league and you're able to play Texas and you're able to play Oakland and stuff like that. During the regular season, you can kind of gauge what you're doing. I don't know, man. You know what? I'm a little skeptical at this point because of who we're playing.
I just think it's going to come down to the hitting, and they need to have LeMahieu, Judge, I'm going to say and Stanton just for purposes, but you're not winning games 2-0 when your best pitcher pitching the game.
No. Hey, let's talk. Hey, you know what, guys? And another thing when it comes to the Yankees, that they have some good young talent, but they don't. And it goes with our next segment with Fernando Tatis and the way he's taken over the game and the things that he's doing right now, young and exciting. A team like the Padres will let that happen. Acuna down in the Braves, they let that happen. You watch some of these young guys. The Yankees just, you know what? They're just so kind of set in their ways. They will not let a young player come up and just go, and let him play and let him play through some stuff. Man, I am enjoying the Tatis thing. You know what? And it was funny when I talked about, what I want to talk about, like with Tatis, the unwritten rules. What your guys give me a quick thought on, the other night when he swung 3-0. What did you think?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first because you got the jersey. Then we'll go John, Kenny, and Kurt. Give me 20 seconds. What do you got?
How about forgetting the written rule? How about you don't go down to 3-0? Don't throw 3 balls, and then don't throw a garbage pitch that he's going to be able to absolutely hammer to the outfield. Because I don't care if the ball is down the middle and you think you could hit it, you're a major league hitter, you have the green light to hit that ball. I don't care if you're up 20 runs, and then insult to injury, the next game they were up 6 runs, and he stole third.
But you saw on the night that he went
El Nino.
You know what? Manny didn't appreciate being thrown at. The manager talked to him. There are some old school things and unwritten rules that I'm going to get to and get your opinions. Johnny, what do you think about him swinging 3-0?
Listen, 3-0 with the bases loaded, as a pitcher, right? You don't have an open base. When I used to pitch,
better be a good pitch, Bielen, right?
Yeah, and when I used to pitch, rarely occasions, coaches tell me all the time, he's like, listen, if you walk someone, you got a base open, it's okay. You got a base open. But when your base is loaded and you're 3-0, you do not want to walk that dude. That thing's coming down the gut. So swing 3-0. You want to hit it? Swing. Yep. Go for it.
Right. If he had popped up, John, would anybody have said anything? No.
And Gary's saying the same thing. Why take, and if it's a ball, walk in 1 run when it's a cupcake pitch and you can hit a grand salami? Swing away, Chris Schul's saying.
The hottest hitter in base. I know he doesn't have the best average in baseball, but he is the hottest player in all of baseball right now.
Hmm.
Don't go down 3-0 to him. You're down 3-0.
Yep.
You're scared to pitch to him to begin with. So,
and the whole thing too, if he would have looked right, Kenny, the third base coach gave him the take sign, but he didn't look down there. So even the third base coach realized, in one of those situations, and yeah, we could say, right, Ken, 7 runs, you can go like that. What do you think on the situation?
I might be more old school. I think I would have given him the take. That's just me. You're up 7 runs,
some people say it's a bad optic, this or that. You're going to argue it. You could argue it a bunch of ways, right?
Guys, Andrew Class is saying, as a kid, we were always told if it's down the middle, pull the trigger.
Absolutely. If you're going to throw a 3-0 pitch, okay, you better at least put it in a good spot where he doesn't have to – if he has to go out and get it, okay, no problem. But listen to me. You're going to throw that shit down the pike, okay? I'm sorry. He's a young – first of all, people don't understand, too. Like, this guy is also playing for big money. He's going to get it, obviously. But he's playing for a future contract, and he needs to do his thing. So you're going to tell this kid to take? No, I'm sorry.
No,
Forget that.
You know what?
I'd say this.
See,
I'd
I
say this just-
agree with
just
disagree
add on
with
to it.
one thing. John, I'm sorry. I disagree with one thing. If he popped up, everybody would be screaming. Oh, why is he swinging? That's what my opinion is.
But they're up 7. They're up 7 runs. They're up 7 runs.
I would say this. I didn't watch the game, but ESPN did replay, and they replayed every pitch that came through. The 3 balls were all trash. They weren't even in the zone anyway.
Not even close.
So
They weren't even close. Yep.
For that ball to, maybe if I was up there, I probably would have took it just because you had 3 balls that were trash somewhere. But the bases are loaded.
John, that's a great point. You know what? And that, John, 100%, that is a great point. As a coach, I'm down, if I'm down the third base box and I see if this guy's painting and these pitches are just missing, then you might want to green light him. Yeah. But if this guy's all over the place, you look at a young player and go, you know what, 3-0, because even if he does throw a strike, you're still sitting 3-1. You're in a positive count. The guy's struggling with the bases loaded. More often than not, you're going to see a fastball again because the guy proved he couldn't get his secondary or tertiary pitches over. So you're going to see a fastball again. You know what? So if you didn't do it on 3-0, you would have got the same pitch on 3-1.
And Jim, Gary's comment, exactly, Petro. Baseball is stat-based. Don't matter if score is 15-0. You come up to the plate, that's your average on the line.
Without a doubt. Listen,
the guy.
Listen, Fernando Tatis Jr. right now, he leads the league in home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases.
I get it, and I'm not saying.
You know what Tatis is doing now? You know what Tatis is doing? He's setting himself as a target to get hit the next time they play.
Why'd they throw at Manny? You think Manny Machado wanted to be thrown at?
But what did he do though to get thrown at? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is he supposed to do?
Baseball's unwritten rules. Like, you know what? Okay, here's some of them. Let me go down the list. Ready? You know what? And ready? First one. Do not bunt to break up a no-hitter. Have you guys heard that one?
I've done it.
Okay, right? Bat and lefty, bunt it in. You know what? But if you did that, either the guy after would get hit or you'd get hit later in the game. Do not swing at a 3-0 count when your team is ahead. Now, I didn't make this up. I just got off the internet. Do not spend your time admiring a home run or showing up the pitcher.
That I agree with.
He did both. He did both.
Ahead by a significant amount of runs.
He did both.
Do not swing at the first pitch of an at-bat if a pitcher is allowed back-to-back home runs. Do not rub the spot where you were hit by a pitch.
Wait, Jim, hold on, stop. Wait, don't swing at the first pitch when the pitcher is allowed back-to-back
home runs. Yeah.
What?
Here's another one. Do not and this one's happened a lot. Do not walk in front of a catcher or an umpire when you're walking into the batter's box.
Yeah, I know
You're
that one
supposed
too.
to walk behind them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do not stand on the dirt near home plate when a pitcher's warming up. How many times? Because you know what? I was a relief pitcher. If a guy's standing on the dirt, I'm throwing one at him. I didn't give a shit. Get your ass over there. Do not speak to a pitcher when he's in the process of throwing a no-hitter. We've all heard that one, right? An unwritten rule where guys –
They don't. Let me know.
Here's another one, and this has happened, and this is for a pitcher. When a pitcher's removed in the middle of a game, he must stay in the dugout to the end of the inning. Now, this is higher-level baseball where they have locker rooms, all right? That's an unwritten rule. Sit your ass down at the end of the inning, then you can go in and shower, do what you want to do. A pitcher should never show up a fielder after they've made an error. Don't turn around, right? Johnny Bielen, second baseman, kicks me. Turn around. What are you doing?
Oh, Bielen would do that. He did that as a little leaguer.
And here's the last one I got on the list. Never discuss a no-hitter during the game.
I hate that.
You know what? And that's just some of them that I.
But you know which one I disagree on? I mean, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. So you're telling me, even on a major league level, it's the bottom of the eighth inning. You're up 2-0, and you're no hitting me, and I can't bunt for a base hit to break up a no-hitter? Like, I got to get up
always
guys
been-
on
it's
base. What do you want me to do?
It's always kind of, you know what,
Right.
been known
Listen.
as a Bush League thing to do.
Maybe if it's 9-0, I could see that. But if I'm down a run or 2 runs, I got to get on base. I can't bunt.
I think he more so means in the ninth inning. In the ninth inning, when there's 2 outs, when it's
Or
when it's an unexpected time with up 2 outs in the ninth inning. Guys are playing back because they're they want to save the no hitter.
Okay, all right, that I agree.
That I think is more so what he means. But
I'll tell you one quick story. So in high school, my senior year, we played Rutherford, and we pitched it. Vinny Mazzaro. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Vinny was filthy.
Okay, so we went to Rutherford. He smoked us the whole game. It was the top of the 7th inning. I came up. I was the first at bat. I bunted. I legitly bunted, got on base, okay? Broke up his no-hitter, okay? I stole second base after that, right? So you're telling me that I shouldn't bunt? And the score was only 1-0. I remember this game like
that's a situation you're trying to get on base, right? That's a different situation, right?
If the score was maybe like 6-0 or something,
it's a little different.
Then it's different.
All right, a little bit different, but when it's like 1-0, I had a situation like that, then I'm like, all right, cool, but I don't know, man. It's 2020. These kids are different. They watch a lot of different things. Hopefully my kids grow up to love baseball and everything. But I'm gonna tell them, like, listen, do what you got to go and do out there. Just don't be super disrespectful, but just be you. Like that.
That's the whole bat fling, right? Though
I have no problem. Like I know the big one that everybody thinks of when Joey Bautista hit that walk-off home run.
I loved it.
Listen. In a situation like that, man, you just won a monster game. Okay, dude. I don't care. I don't care if you moonwalk all the way down to first. Okay, screw that. Listen, that everybody talks about how baseball is so boring. Okay, let me tell you one thing. This guy's jersey that I'm wearing, he is making baseball exciting.
Yeah,
okay,
I agree.
He is making all the kids. He's making all the kids that see the blonde dreadlocks, the jersey open up like this. He is making these kids want to play baseball, and he's making the game
like a Backstreet Boy over there.
I wore it open like this just for El Nino.
It's true, though. It's true.
Last year, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Acuna last year hit a monster walk-off home run, and he legitly carried the bat almost around the whole thing.
That's probably an unwritten rule too, right, Jim?
Yeah, there was another one I left off. Like, no one should run across the mound. Remember Dallas Braden?
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Rod, like an asshole, runs over the mound and he yelled at him, "Get off my mound!" Yeah, you know what? But that's one of those things. But the kids today are never going to learn these unwritten rules because they're starting to get phased out. And right, some of them should. Some of them are there just for baseball has so many of them. Like compared to other sports, I think. Like you know what? They would never know, like never walk in front of a catcher and umpire unless somebody told them. But you know what? You'd have to grab a young Johnny Bielen and say, John, you know what? Walk behind the catcher. All right, coach, instead of walking.
See, but here's the thing, and I totally agree with Petro on this being, I'm sorry, but like, I don't understand how anybody could blame Todd. Like, they put him in a 3-0 hole. Like, they did it themselves.
Yeah.
They did it themselves.
If you were gonna walk him, and you didn't want to pitch to him, and you wanted to walk the run in, you now in baseball don't have to throw 4 balls. You can say, go ahead and take your base. We have nowhere to put you, but we're gonna walk the run in because we don't want to pitch you. Right. But instead, you throw 3 garbage pitches, and you know what? He caught the ball out of this guy's hands. His eyes lit up, and he said, "Oh." All right,
Petro, you know what? Honestly, and this is getting off topic, but like even like in high school, Jim, we used to talk about this all the time. Like we would play teams like in football, and it would be like, okay, listen, we're blowing them out. Let's just get now. We have sophomores in who can't get in a stance, and you're gonna keep your seniors in, and now you're blitzed. Like what are you supposed to do? Like what are you supposed to do? Like I'm not gonna get this kid hurt. Because you're going to blitz these kids now? Like, I'm not going to, maybe I'm going to throw the ball now. It's, you decided that we threw the ball. We didn't come out. You decided we threw the ball.
In football, like you said, the thing is, if you're starting, just run the ball. Let the clock
run. Right.
Why did they start doing mercy rules in sports?
Right, or exactly, Jim. You even made the better one where they said when they didn't do the mercy rule in high school and you're playing a team, you're up 49-0 in the third quarter, and the other team is throw, incomplete. What do you I mean? You're not going to just get the ball and punt. You got to go on offense. Why are you throwing the ball? Run the clock. That's not on the other team to say you shouldn't score again.
That happened a couple of years ago.
Run the clock.
The Packers did that a couple of years ago. I mean, it was like 3-4 years ago. They were beating somebody. Maybe it was the Falcons, by 40, and they legitimately got the ball back. In the first play, they punted the ball.
But I'm saying in a high school level, the coach, like you're saying, Jim, you can't throw the ball when you're down 49-0. Or it's going to get to 70-0. You know. It's stupid.
I just like that guys came to Tatis to defend him. Trevor Bauer said it best, and I don't know if you guys saw his quote, but he said, Tatis Jr., I have 4 things. 1, keep swinging 3-0 if you want to, no matter what the game situation is. 2, keep hitting homers no matter what the situation is. 3, keep bringing the energy and the flash to baseball and making it fun. And 4, the only thing you did wrong was apologize. Stop that. Because of how weird people made him feel, he actually had to apologize for hitting a grand slam and having a 2 home run, 7 RBI game. Yeah, listen, let's put this in perspective. Fernando Tatis just became legal to buy a beer legally. And this kid is up there absolutely destroying baseballs right now and taking the game by storm. There's obviously better players than him in baseball that I would say I would take. But Fernando Tatis, not many right now. And Fernando Tatis Jr., he's the face of baseball right now. Yeah, Mookie Betts. I'd probably say Mookie Betts. You got to always say Mike Trout because Mike Trout, the guy, is just so unbelievable. After that, I don't know if there's many. Probably your boy Ronald Acuna because he's damn good.
Yep.
Arenado.
Guys, I got one real quick.
The list is
real
small.
Quick, I know it's getting late, but I'll start with Bielen, Kenny, and we'll go Petro and Jim. Do you guys have any problem? Because a lot of people have criticized Steph Curry with how he acts with the mouth guard and all. I don't have any problem with how he acts like that. You, Bielen?
No.
Kenny?
Move on. Next.
No, same. Move on.
Petro?
Absolutely not.
Jim?
No.
Now, why do people have a problem with him, though? Like shimmying, and who cares? Like, guard him. Don't let him hit 19 threes in a game. Guard him. He won't do that. Like, it's not on him.
Basketball is an entertainment sport.
Without a doubt.
Entertainment sport. Baseball is not a crazy entertainment sport. It's a sport. It's a legit sport. Hockey's kind of almost the same thing as baseball. It's a little entertaining because you get checking and stuff like that. But, it's not like – because if you check somebody really, really hard, you're going to hurt somebody or you're going to get a big penalty. In football, you hit somebody hard, you're not getting a penalty. It's getting blown up on ESPN 40 times a day, And
not for nothing. That's why guys like, Mike Trout and Derek Jeter were the faces of baseball because Derek Jeter and Mike Trout
they just did it, and
they were quiet. They were quiet, but they were also phenomenal players.
Right.
Fernando Tatis is the opposite of quiet, but he's a phenomenal baseball player, and people don't like the. I'm trying to say this in a nice way. The old timers don't enjoy seeing these kids out there being flashy because they think it's taking away from the glory days of the game. And that's not the case anymore because baseball, think about it this way. Baseball's fighting with hockey, okay, to be the third most watched sport in America right now. America's pastime is not even close to, I don't even think it's close to the second most popular sport in America. You got to put football and basketball ahead of baseball.
Yes.
Jim, you agree?
Well, one of the other things, too, is, you got a kid who's the face of baseball right now who's playing on the West Coast, and half of us are, I'll speak for myself, usually I'm drooling in my recliner by the time his game starts. So unless they put him on there, a lot of people aren't going to be able to see what he's able to do.
Mike Trout, too, but somehow he is –
you want to see more.
Guy,
without a doubt.
And here's the
Trout.
problem too, and I'll just end this with this. This wouldn't have been an issue the other night if he just went down and looked and got a sign, because there's a reason that the manager flashed the take sign to the third base coach, and there's a reason that the third base coach tried to flash the take sign to him that he didn't see.
What if it was Trout? What if it was Trout?
Hold on, but coach, if he took it, okay.
Now he's sitting 3-1. He's still in a positive count.
What's the purpose of taking it for?
Because the guy was what we talked about before, and this is just my thing. Because the guy those pitches weren't close around the strike zone. You know what? Because now you're sitting 3-1. If you're a disciplined hitter, and this goes back to the Judge and Stanton thing, you're sitting 3-1. You're looking for your pitch. Now this guy was all over the place. He could not throw a strike. So now you're sitting there, and you watch Glaber do it too. Now Glaber's up here now. Glaber doesn't have the great plate discipline that he does now. He likes chasing sliders off the plate. My thing is this: if they green-lighted the kid 3-0 and he hit the grand slam, 100%. The fact that there was a reason that he missed the take sign because he didn't look down his third base coach, that I have the problem with that. The fact of what he did and how he did it, yeah. I mean, hitting baseballs. I'm so much of me is old school, but so much of me loves the new flashiness and the fun that it brings to the game. You know what? But there was a reason that they gave him the take sign. Because they didn't want him to swing up 7-3 because of this situation. You know what? And that's just me. You know what? And if the situation
do you think that's coming from people that are more old school?
Well, if you notice, who was the first person who got him when he was in the dugout? It wasn't the manager. Eric Hosmer went right up to him, a veteran, put his arm around him. You could see him talking to him and stuff like that, and just kind of explain what was going on. So a vet just went up to him, just told him, "Hey man, kid, you missed the take sign. You know what? 3-0, guy flashed the take sign."
Then you know what? Let's see if it happens again. See what he. I'm trying to say, if he I just give him the benefit of doubt.
Here,
I don't have a problem with him.
You want to see a crazy?
I hope he does it again.
Petro, you're gonna love this. I just looked this up. Fernando Tatis, when it 3-0 count, he's 14 for 17.
Crazy.
14 for 17. Why would you
Colin McHugh?
That should be on your wrist. It should be on your wrist.
Swing 3-0.
So Colin McHugh said that. He said when his tweet out about it was swinging on a 3-0 count should not be against the rules. Before a game, I would always look to see what a guy's swing percentage is on 3-0.
Right. Absolutely.
If it's over 20%, it means I can't just groove one down the plate. He goes, the guys who will never give you a pitch at the plate are the toughest at bats to get out.
100%.
Here's another crazy stat. When he has 0 strikes, so if the count is 1-0, 2-0, whatever, he's batting .492.
El Nino.
I'm not.
It should be right here like this.
Swing 3-0.
Swing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Bielen, we went 10 minutes over. Give me your final thoughts for tonight.
Oh, my God. I don't even know. Let's skip me for right now.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, what's your final
Got
thoughts?
me fired up with this Tatis thing.
Just have a good week, everybody, and I'm done. I'm done. The Tatis thing, I get it. I get all your points. It's just
make baseball fun again.
That's the point I'm making. If it was somebody who got the bunt sign and they missed the bunt sign and hit into a double play, we'd be having the argument the other way around. Think about it.
I don't think
we're not having this argument because he hit a grand slam. That's the reason. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Kurt, Gary gave me his picks. You want to write them down? Really quick?
I got him right here. I got him. He just gave them to me.
He missed the sign. What's going to happen if somebody misses a bunt sign? And
what are they? Shoot them out real quick.
Kenny, real quick. All right, he's got Yankees, Blue Jays game 1, White Sox, Astros, Phillies game 2.
Hold on.
Oh, you're writing these down.
Yeah. I'm highlighting them. So
all right, Yankees,
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays game 1, White Sox, Astros, Phillies game 2, Marlins, Indians, Twins, Dodgers.
All right, here you go. Gary Sanchez just saw 3. He's
Red Sox
4-2. He just saw 3 sliders in a row.
Padres.
Gary Sanchez is sitting 3-1 right now. Is this guy going to throw him a fastball?
Cardinals.
Hold on. Who do you take in Houston Rockies?
He took the
Astros.
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 Okay.
Then he took
And
the
who do you take? Milwaukee Twins
Twins.
and Dodgers, Seattle.
Dodgers.
Okay.
Slider ball.
Then he
Boston,
went Red Sox, Padres, Cardinals, A's, Giants. Let's go.
Okay, so we have 1, 2. It's basically down to 4 games.
Okay, and this is for the gift card in Wallington to the pizzeria, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, we need a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker game.
We'll go since we've been talking about them. Let's do the Padres. The Padres game.
I'm gonna go with 10.
Woo!
Okay, you're going 10? We got to get Gary's tiebreaker number for, what is it, Padres and Rangers?
Rangers.
Okay.
Another unwritten rule, right? Yanks have first and second, nobody out. Does anybody get up from their seat right now? No, right?
I'm loving this right now.
What's the score right now?
It's
4-2. 4-2, bottom of the ninth, no outs, 2 men on.
And you know what they did?
Wait, 4-2, so they're down 4-2.
Down 4-2.
Okay.
Best thing they did all night.
Bunt.
They broke out Gary Sanchez.
Bunt.
Yeah, Gary Sanchez. 1-1 slider ball, 2-1 slider ball, 3-1 slider ball, 3, and they just kept
Gardner's up. He should bunt.
He should bunt. 100% bunt.
I don't know the lineup tonight. Who's up after Gardner tonight?
I want to say I might be top of the order.
I don't know.
Wait, Sanchez. No. Sanchez was sick. I think it might be Clint Frazier.
No, Troutman.
Tauchman.
Oh, Tauchman came in for Frazier.
Swinging.
That's right.
He's swinging, boys. See, here we go.
I wouldn't bunt here.
I'd bunt.
Nah.
All depends on what the lineup is.
Drag that bunt. Gardner can beat out the bunt.
Bunt.
Good
Bunt. Bunt, then you got 2 shots to get a base hit to tie the game.
Do you bunt drag though, or do you bunt?
No, sacrifice bunt. It doesn't matter. Get him, but just.
Oh, I'd like to drag bunt.
Well, you could try it, but I'm saying I want to get him over. Worst comes worst. I want second and third, 2 shots for a base hit.
That was the pitch to hit right there.
All right, boys. Good show.
We're gonna bring over our interactive topic for next Wednesday.
Yes.
We didn't do it, so we'll bring it over for next Wednesday. Bielen, I want you to have your picks for next Wednesday. Build your ultimate athlete 6-man dodgeball team.
There you go. And final thoughts from Bobby Elsmore, Jim.
Wait, is it current people?
Yeah, yes. Current athletes. Only current athletes.
What's else he got?
Okay, by the way, Gary Giordano is going with 7 for the number. And Bobby Elsmore's final thoughts, and we're ending it on this. Final thought. Sickinger grows blonde dreadlocks to make baseball fun again.
I love it.
We can't go off the air, Kurt. You never told us what this giveaway is.
Oh, what the giveaway is going to be is...
Gardner just flew out to center field. See him getting
should have bunted. Okay, real quick, Kenny. Next week, all these people, Lepresti, Shul, Lindsey Sickinger, Caputo, Sherry Williams, Catherine Sickinger, Giordano, Jen Valenti, Mia, Katie Humphreys. 3 of these people are going to be picked out of a hat, and we're going when we do commercials, they're going to do our voiceover. Like they're going to say, "This is John Bielen, and you're listening to the K&K Sports Show," and they're going to be our commercial people they're going to do a little spot. So 3 people out of these are going to get picked out of a hat next week, live on air.
I like it. Nick Lepresti has a very soothing voice.
There you go. So he'll say his name. You're listening to the show.
Jen already does our voiceover. So
I didn't pick her. Bielen picked her.
Could have had House.
Yeah, could have had House. All right, boys. Next week.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Later.
Check you later.
Might stay on this with you guys. This is getting interesting.
What did Gardner do? He flew out?
He flew out to center field. What the fuck is he bunting?
You can beat the bunt out.
All right, real quick, because I want to go watch this. I want to go watch. I
gotta go to work. I'm going to work tonight for 6 hours, so I'm not stuck in this filled house.
What Bielen, you good for tomorrow or no?
I'm pretty sure I'm good, but I'll text you in the morning.
Text me in the morning. Kenny, you around tomorrow morning or no?
Working until 7. I told you I'm without a phone until Friday.
Yeah.
I could talk. You guys can work tomorrow. I'll be around. Just you said 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Can you do that, Bielen, or what do you think?
I'll text you in the morning.
Text me in the morning.
Yeah.
Kenny,
All
you're
right,
good,
man.
right?
I gotta go take a piss. I'm out.
All right.
Can't do 6. Can you do later, John?
Yeah, I'll just let you know in the morning. I just trying to confirm something. I was having something tonight, and they never got back to me. So
I got a couple things I think for fantasy wise. I think bold predictions would be good. Like really bold predictions, like bold, anything could be like a quarterback that's going to have a breakthrough year. Somebody
Yeah,
who's
I already I already have my I did I always do this every year to kind of see what I do. But I already did my standings for like the whole year. So
All right. So yeah, let's. I say we break that down, Kenny. We do position by. We go quarterbacks, running backs. I like that.
yeah. And then we got tier 1, tier 2 quarterbacks.
Bielen, let's do this though, Kenny. Let's just do for the wagering side. I don't know if you want to do weekend games, John, but let's do like maybe the next weekend's basketball games, just so we could do a little gambling too. We could have a little like maybe we pick, 3 baseball games for say Friday, and then we do like all the NBA and all the NHL playoff games like for the weekend. What do you think?
Yeah. Talking about betting real quick. I like that. I was gonna send you a message today, and I totally forgot. I fell asleep.
All right, Kenny, I'm gonna go. You guys talk.
I gotta go in a minute too. So the Sixers, are they beating the Celtics? Did they beat the Celtics?
They got hammered.
nah, they're smoked, but
I lost that one. I thought they would have did better today. I was gonna say take Sixers. The Yankees are losing, so it was a dud. I was gonna go Sixers. Nuggets.
I have the Yankees. I have the Yankees tonight. I'm
Should have bunted, Bielen. Should have bunted.
I like the Mavericks possibly upsetting the Clippers.
They're losing.
dude. Who is this? Estrada that's up?
Dallas is down 5. All right, I'm going, boys. Bielen, I'll meet you. I'll text you
I
tomorrow.
gotta go too. I gotta get ready for work.
All right,
All right.
Kenny, I'll text you. I'll message you tomorrow.
All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Later.